Good afternoon. We're looking at the familiar sight of the thigh of Rhino, as has become the familiar sight. Good. I was just moving it slowly. I thought it was running sort of lagging in some fashion, which would have been peculiar, although not altogether unexpected, I suppose. There is a stream running in the background, I suppose. It's not unusual to have the computer have a heart attack when I ask it to do things. But at the moment, I think we're alright. We think we're alright. I haven't done much, so there's not some magical reveal of a load of bits and bobs. Basically, last week we finished off his thigh. Well, I say finished off, I mean tolerable in its current state. is about as higher praise as I've got available at this point. But nonetheless, I then have just literally only just started. I'm going to get rid of that flat base because it keeps annoying me, because it keeps getting in the way. But yeah, we've just begun work on this second thigh piece, which I must admit needs a little extra tweaking there because the angle looks to be a bit shit. Rather than following the angle of the armour, it just sort of seems to have done its own thing. I won't necessarily discuss everything this time, but I will declare now, and probably declare several times in a row.
Hello there.
Afternoon, General Blueboosh. Where are the Pogo Bunnies? I think it's because I took off all of the seasonal ones. So I took away anything to do with Christmas, anything to do with Easter. And the Pogo Bunny is an Easter-based one. And therefore, on my stream, or on my stickers collection, it is not available. So yes, you're going to have to find alternate means, i.e. I suppose, constant birthday cakes. Although you are now running the risk of just simply being inaccurate. And I don't know. It's up to you. If you can stomach the inaccuracy, then fair enough. Did I fix the sound effects? You're going to have to help me out slightly more on did I fix the sound effects. I think all of them work now. I'm fairly certain all bits and pieces do function. Certainly the stickers are definitely functioning. We can see that. The old redeemables seem to be functioning. So if there was anything else, Tasty works. There you go. Blue Bush has just played a Tasty. What in the... yes, they're off at the moment. I can't remember. How do I turn them on? Apparently not that one. There was a way. There we go. So I've turned them on. Now I've turned them off. Not only have I learnt the shortcut for turning them off and on again, I have learnt the fact that it's a hugely functional system. It is genuinely more in-depth than I ever gave it credit for, because I can put in all my own custom sound effects. I can change it all up and, as I say, turn it on, turn it off. And it turns out it wasn't in the system. Yeah, I do remember last week. Now, we were discussing the fact that I thought it was in a system that I didn't have access to. So, turns out I was able to find that system. So now I can control the lights on my computer. But that sound effect system had nothing to do with that. So, I had to look elsewhere. And it turns out that I could have been changing them anytime I fancied, because the system is just there. It's the sound command system or something. Sound center. Which is fairly, I don't know, I suppose that's actually fairly obvious. They're sounds, so of course they're in the sound center. But it never really fully sort of leapt to mind that was going to be the issue, but still. But yes, as it gets sorted, which is good. So now when I change views, I will not get the GG and the explosions. However, if I really wanted to, I can still engage them. And you can, funny enough, you can see, because it's just Blender is taking all shortcut keys, or it just casts all keys. So if I... Oh, I mean, that'll do. That'll do. I was going to type wanker, but you sad motherfucker. Now I've ruined everything. I've ruined all of Blender. I may have done terrible things just mucking about that. No, okay, so deselect, move. I'll tell you what, I'm slightly concerned about that move, but I think it's just that point. Yeah, it was just that point. That's fine. But yeah. You can type whatever you fancy into Blender now, and it will highlight it no end. And so yes, of course, my first instinct was to type the word wank. Well, as I say, I was intending to type the word wanker, but it tapped out. I think it's got a maximum of like 4 maybe or something, which is fair enough. I still got a word out of it, so that's something. But we are going to just. I was just about to discuss what the plan was this week. Plan this week is the same as the plan last week, which is basically I'm going to do a little bit of Blender, and then if there is declared interest in board games, sort of down the line, I will do some form of board game. The general plan, and I didn't actually update the game plan on the overlay, but that's an awkward, annoying system that I can never be bothered to quite keep up to date. But nonetheless, this week the game plan is actually going to be either... I did write in the sort of update on the Discord, so it may not necessarily come as a surprise, but I'll go in there for that one, because we're going to want to sort of just basically have a little bit of a dip there. You can see there the armour kind of dips in. I think I was going to say, how do you think the mouse is on display? Always difficult to say. But anyway, the general plan is a little bit of Blender, a little bit of board games if people are interested in board games. If people aren't interested in board games, I will probably leave Blender and move on to something else completely different. But we shall see. We shall see. I think we can probably take that out there, maybe. And sort of just try and... Again, it's just trying to match the flow. I fear this is not the world's most interesting of things to do. And therefore there's not a lot of stuff I can say with regards to it. It's not very interesting. It just is something that if you want to do this, it has to get done. Do we want to go all the way? Yeah, I think we can probably get away with going all the way. I can always slap a edge loop in. I can cut another. If I do Control R, I can always cut an edge loop in if I needed one. You do have to sort of then slightly manipulate that edge loop to magnetize and snap onto the geometry you're sort of magnetizing and snapping onto. But apart from that, it's all good. But yeah, I did do sort of a somebody slightly fancier there. Tried a bit harder on the first one, but you always do. You try a bit harder on the first one, realise it wasn't hugely worth it, and then you don't try very hard on the later ones. That might be a little bit too thin there, so I think we want to just sort of maybe raise that hole up, essentially. Got some possibly make it look a little rounder. Because as much as the subsurface will sort of make things rounder, as can be seen, you still want a good base round to make things as round as possible. So if you were after an actual circle, you would want to try and make everything as circular as possible before letting the subsurf have a go at it. Anyway, I never quite got round to the plan, or the actual planned games for this afternoon. The game plan for this afternoon would be either Escape the Dark Sector, which is the sci-fi sequel to Escape the Dark Castle. It is just as difficult, but now you can shoot things with lasers, and that's always fun. You always want to shoot things with lasers. But yeah, I can't deny it. I can't fully remember how the ranged system works. Basically, you get a sort of choice a lot of the time where it's like, do you want to engage in melee combat or ranged combat? And almost always you want to engage in ranged combat first. But it very swiftly goes into, oh, actually, now you're in melee combat. You usually get sort of 1 or 2 rounds of ranged combat if you can finagle it carefully enough. And then you go back to the standard sort of roll your character die, sort of close quarters combat. And then the other option is Bloodborne, the card game, which is another card game. Well, it's another sort of tabletop game, I suppose, arguably. I would put forth that Escape the Dark Castle is a little bit more board game, and of course Bloodborne, the card game, as the title of the game suggests, is very much a card game. That's fine. But they're both bloody difficult, because of course Bloodborne, based on the video game Bloodborne, surprising nobody, I'm sure, but Bloodborne's a damn hard video game, because it's the Souls style. If you've never heard of Bloodborne, you've probably at least heard of Dark Souls by now. Could you please have that point? Thank you. We need you to sometimes cooperate, Blender. I know you don't always want to, but it's nicer when you do. That will require at least 3 people though, so that one's probably the least likely to commence. But it's quite fun. As I say, it's sort of there's an element of inevitable death to it. But don't all the best games have an element of inevitable death? No, they don't. But apparently, for some reason, I mean, technically, yeah, could do. I can't do Blood Bowl because that's not installed. Unless you mean Blood Bowl through the old tabletop simulator, but I'm assuming you mean Blood Bowl. General can't sleep. Fuck me! Oh, fuck me, you were way off there. Also, did fuck me come up? I mean, arguably, everything else has come up. So I can't help but think he would have come up. Fuck me! I must have just not been facing the right direction at the right time. That's fine. He has no Pogo Bunnies. No, I do not have Pogo Bunnies. So you're going to have to get your kicks elsewhere. You cannot kick the Pogo Bunnies. But anyway, yeah, the card game, Bloodborne, the card game. You're going to get me saying Blood Bowl, the card game now. So, but it's quite fun. You get different sort of fun tools and fun weapons that you can use to try and kill things, and things will try and kill you. And you know, the things will more likely, very much more likely, sort of screw you over. Alright, okay, this is going to be, yeah, I think it might be best to approach it from this side first. Come in like that. Then sort of, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go 1, and then 2, then at the very least, we've got the geometry that matches. Precisely how we place it is sort of the next conundrum. Although, having said that, that looks like it's going to work out surprisingly well. that's working out. Do a sort of little curvature on these to start expanding them up to meet the thigh, but outside of that, I think it's going to work out, and that should, yeah, that should lead to a gap there. So yeah, no, this is going to work out exactly how I want it to work out. Well, I say that might not necessarily be 100% true, but we hope for the best. Also, I've just realised, yeah, of course, I didn't need to match it up as rigidly as I did. I mean, it'll flow a little bit better and look a bit nicer and just be a bit better in general, I suppose, but in a most technical sense, I didn't need to worry about it. But there you go. I know a stream bunny every Monday evening. Well, yes, I suppose. Arguably. Although technically it's not a stream bunny as such. And I don't think she'd appreciate you saying that. She certainly wouldn't smile about it, let's put it that way. Good afternoon, old Zine. Yes, I found the plugin, and then I had to re-find the plugin. And the first time I found the plugin, it just went, "Yep, unplugged, sorted. Yeah, it's all good." And the second time I found the plugin, it was like, "Nah, I'm devilishly confused. What is it you want? I don't understand. I'm not going to install for you. Suck my cock." Oh, no, I don't think it actually said suck my cock, but it very much felt like it was saying suck my cock. But yes, I did eventually suck its cock. No, I didn't eventually suck its cock. I eventually worked out. I say worked out. In fact, it wasn't really working it out. It was, could you install this, please? No. Could you install this, please? No. Could you install this, please? No. Fuck you. Could you install this, please? Yeah, right, this time I will. There wasn't anything greater than that, but nonetheless, she doesn't appreciate anything. No, she really doesn't. Hello, Butternut42, welcome. For the benefit of those who have just joined, I've made those gaps a little bit more extreme on one side than the other, which I don't necessarily mind too much, just I do feel like maybe... Oops, don't do the F. Don't do the F. Don't do the F. Who lives in a crotch like this? This crotch belongs to this man. And you may not recognise his face as such, but you'll probably recognise his horn. He's Rhino. He's Rhino. He does Rhino things. He is Rhino. He does the Rhino things. He does Rhino. He does the Rhino things. He does Rhino this and a Rhino that. And he definitely doesn't look like he's wanking someone off at a slight angle. Look, it's not my fault it shoots off to the right-hand side. But he's definitely giving it a go. I love the fact that the first thing you've all done is look for the Pogu Bunny. And there is no Pogu Bunny. I'm genuinely... I was in two minds. I was considering the notion of maybe I'll open up the stream stickers and put the Pogu Bunnies in. Because I knew they wouldn't be there. I mean, the fact that I took off all of the... I took off all of the old seasonal ones. And I'm so glad I didn't go in and go, alright, I'll put the Pogu Bunny in. Because it's much more entertaining with you all going, there's no Pogu Bunny! Why is there no Pogu Bunny? I don't understand, there's no Pogu Bunny. I think I'm getting more kicks out of you all going, there's no Pogu Bunny! I don't know what to do. Why is there no Pogu Bunny? Than I think I ever would have had I just given you the Pogu Bunny. And yes, that is my brand of cruelty, to not let you have your fun. It pleases me greatly. So as I was discussing, for anybody who's just joined, this is going to be terribly boring for anybody who's been here for a while. But nonetheless, for anybody who's just joined, the general plan is I'm going to do some of this Rhino modelling, and then we're going to move into board games, theoretically. So if people were interested in board games, do please declare early, so that I know what people are wanting / not wanting. You will need Tabletop Simulator for the board games I have in mind, if that's an issue. Shit. That's right, shit on it. If it's an issue, just take a shit, and then it will no longer be an issue. That's right. Always shit on it. That's right. You must have a massive shit on it. That's right. Take a shit on it. That's right. Take a shit on it. But yes, you would need Tabletop Simulator, and then we can play some board games. The general plan for the board games would be either Escape the Dark Sector, the sci-fi sequel to Escape the Dark Castle, or Bloodborne, the card game, a slightly difficult, you're expected to die sort of card game, where you gather tools and interesting equipment, and you try to both sort of cooperative. It's an interesting one, actually, because you can either go sort of, yes, we're being fully cooperative, or you can sort of go, no, I'm trying to screw you over. Ha! It's quite good in that sense, because you are competing to get the most blood echoes, but equally you can try and assist each other in killing things so that you don't die. But you also, to a certain extent, want to sort of go, well, if I do this, I can steal the trophy and get more blood echoes at the end of the game. So I sort of want to just whip in and thieve this piece of kit, using my gun, my quick shot gun or something along those lines. So there's a little bit of sort of deep stuff. I didn't realise it was a board game based on the video game. Well, it's a card game technically. I realise that's sort of probably an unnecessary technicality there, but strictly speaking, it's a card game. But yes, there is one. There's one based on Dark. There is a board game based on Dark Souls, but there is also a card game based on Dark Souls, which is why I've been pedantic there, I suppose. But nonetheless, yeah, they've got loads and loads of board games. I think Dark Souls, the board game, is Steam forged. And I don't mean it was forged from Steam. I mean it's by the company Steam Forged, who are seemingly quite good at games. They make lots and lots of franchisey games, and all of them seem really rather good. I think they might be the ones behind the Horizon Zero Dawn board game that was either still on its way or has just been one of the two. I'm not sure which. I would think, because it's based off of the first game, I would think it's probably been, but then again, I know they've also done Monster Hunter, the board game, which is based on Monster Hunter World, and that has not come out yet. So, just because the second video game is out doesn't necessarily mean the board game is as well. But yes, so expect to die in either one. To be honest, in either one. Unfortunately, there is no survival in Bloodborne, as you would expect if you've played the Bloodborne games, the original video games, of course, and there is no real survival in the card game either. You die a lot. Oh, you've done the Foxy sticker. He's found himself a fox. Who is his fox? Nobody knows. Is it Samantha Fox? I think Samantha Fox is a known fox. In both sort of definitions of the word, really. What the fucks was that? Tut, tut, tut. I admire your punnage, really, but, you know, for appearance sake, I have to disparage you, I'm afraid. I can't support that level of punnage. It's got a bit wibblier than I was really wanting it to, but I think it'll do. Oh. His folded leg is going to get slightly awkward, isn't it? We shall have to see if I need to... I can't... There are solutions to that. Basically, I will remove his leg. I know, that sounds like a harsh solution, but look, sometimes you've got to be cruel to be kind. And by kind, I mean kind to myself. Oops, I just want the 1 point, please. Thank you. But I might... Difficult to know for certain, but I might get away with it. Certainly on this leg. On this section I will. The lower section I probably won't. I'll have to perhaps remove that lower leg. But as I say, it's not too difficult to remove his leg. For those sort of, if you wanted to preempt understanding how you would remove his leg, you basically just go into the model, you select the leg as much as you feel you need to select, and then you basically hit the H key, and that temporarily hides his leg. Doesn't remove it permanently, which is kind of what you want, because you don't want his entire leg disappearing instantly and fully, because that would make your life awkward, because at some point you're going to want that leg back. I must admit, that's ended up twisting, so I think we'll go Maverick a little bit on precisely where we put this. We'll just try and line it up as best we can. It's kind of at the back and underneath, so it's not going to make... Oops. Fun fact, that don't push F when doing something along these lines. Don't get me wrong, F is a very useful tool in this. It's the fill tool. Very useful for filling things. However, what you don't want to do is accidentally push the F key. Yeah, well, I mean, yes. An F in the chat for the F key. Oh, okay. That's cleverer than I gave you credit for. I didn't know it was called F. F in the chat. I suppose it's I'm assuming people are aware of where that meme comes from, that idea of push F. I'm fairly certain. Now, feel free, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I'm fairly certain, for anybody unaware, that's from Call of Duty, I believe. There was a scene in that where you were at a funeral and you could press F to pay respects. There you go, button that nose. Good lord, that's an interesting one. That's quite the epic piece of classical music there. I quite like that one. Oh no, don't be sorry. I quite liked it. There you go. That might tell you more about my mindset than is entirely necessary. That tragic piece of music, I quite enjoyed that. Yeah, gave me hope of death. But yeah, I actually, it was quite nice. Oh, air horn. Oh yeah. You a fucking air horn off, bitch. I broke it. And also, I don't know where I am now. Oh, there we go. We're over here. We lost my place, and I want to turn those off again, just in case I want to use the viewports. Stay cool, stay frosty, and watch your sixth. So anyway, now we've sort of gotten started a little bit. I never got around to asking, but how are people? How are you, and how are your doings? That is an open question to anybody who fancies answering it. I know we've had welcome butternut. We've welcomed our butternuts, and we've welcomed our blue boosh, and that's what you get. If you smear butter onto your nuts, you get a blue boosh. Depends on what colour the butter is, I suppose, really. Anyway. Painting Colossus. I thought there was going to be a blob in there somewhere, but turns out, no, just a Colossus. Just a regular Colossus? Or is it actually like a Colossus with a lol face on it? You know, like the troll thing, I think. Isn't that the lol, the standard lol face? Because that'd be quite fun. Good lord. Good. How in the world am I selecting all of that? I don't know. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I feel I missed one. All good. Thanks for painting up Loki. Organising the desk a bit. Well, don't paint too much of Loki, because otherwise you won't have Loki to paint this evening. Make sure, actually, I tell you what, your best method, make sure you get up to, like, within the last brushstroke of Loki, and then leave him. And then tonight on the stream, you can pop that last brushstroke in, because even you, with all the distractions, even you can manage one brushstroke on an entire stream. And then, because it was the last brushstroke, you can go, there we go, I told you I'd complete one of these. I've completed Loki. See? You gotta be smart about these things. And then doing good, just got back in after my fool of a husband locked us out of the house. Good lord, how do you manage that? Because there is a sort of argument. I suppose actually there are exceptions to this rule, but there is an argument that says the only way you can lock yourself out of a house is by using the key. But there are exceptions to that rule, of course, with latches and stuff like that. But in what way a challenge? Are you interpreting it as a challenge to do less than one brushstroke on the entire stream, or a lot more brushstrokes on the entire stream? Which way are you falling on the side of, the challenge? Slowest, I see. I suppose that's not unreasonable. And then I think he does like blue. Here's one I painted earlier. It's probably a good idea. A very good idea. And yeah, how did you get back in is a very, very good question. We left the house without a key. I thought we had one. Had to go around his parents' house to get a spare. Okay, that's not too bad. I must admit, that's where I kind of almost appreciate the fact that we actually sort of use our side door more. And in fairness, I have got such a sort of paranoid mind that I will, if I ever go out the front door, I pocket the front door key as I go out, so that I know for a fact that just on the off chance I get that sort of old kind of, oh look, the door has been blown by the wind and the latch has gone on, and it's, I think it's considered a latch. That age-old sort of comedy thing where they get locked out and then they have to like climb up the bins to try and clamber in a bathroom window, and then it turns out it's not their bathroom window. I don't think that's ever been one, but they do like it as one of those sort of farcical comedy sketch things. But nonetheless, yeah, as I say, with a healthy dose of paranoia, my brain tends to go, right, before you even step foot over the threshold, pocket the key to the front door. And as I say, outside of that, we tend to go out the side door, and the side door can't lock by itself. And even though deep down I know that, it's one of those age-old ones where deep down I know that the side door can't lock itself, I still employ the policy of just pocket the side door key before you go out. If I go out and do the bins, I will pocket a side door key to make damn certain that there can be no ridiculousness like that. But as I say, the benefits of the side door is it can't lock itself, which means it's either going to be open or it's going to... is it? Yes, it will. That's the unfortunate thing where my brain just sort of goes, I don't know what you're talking about anymore. No, I don't either. Oh dear. Send word to the mouth. Oh dear, we were a bit slow on sending word to the mouth, I'm afraid. There you go. The old spare with a folks trick. Yes, it's a good idea. It's just unfortunate we don't have any folks that live anywhere near. And in fairness, we have very limited folks, in fairness, but that's a whole different topic. One with nuts in. We have one house key because Sloffington lost 3 within 2 months of us moving in. Good lord. Living on the edge. It's either in the door or in my pocket. If it's anywhere else, I'm glaring at it until I get it back. Yes. There you go. See? A healthy dose of paranoia where you find yourself having to have the key in a known location at every time. Exactly the way you're supposed to do things. Trying to get this to now line up with the starting point and hope for the best. I think we can probably get away with 2. I think I feel more comfortable with a triple threat of geometry there. I think that's going to be the better choice. And then this bit's a sort of a bit people may or may not know. In order to get these to join up with this bit, select the first, select the second, merge at last, select the first, select the second, M key for merge at last, or you can select the last, select that, merge at first, doesn't matter. I tend to prefer merge at last because I think it just, I don't know, just makes more sense to merge it at the last point you select. But as I say, it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. You can merge it at first, merge it at last. You can merge it in the centre if you want. Sometimes that's quite useful, merging things in the centre. But there you go. Can't you just get another one? Oh dear. Oh dear. The stream is dying. Excellent. I suppose arguably I've got a lot of programs I don't necessarily need open. So that's weird. Anyway, I tell you one fun thing we got was... I think it's the Timpsons. Yeah, I think it's Timpsons. They have a sort of... They might not have it anymore, but they did have Star Wars themed keys. So our keys are Star Wars themed, which is quite nice. Doesn't, help with getting in or out of the house, but... And technically it's a Stormtrooper on my key. So that explains why I can never quite get the key in the slot the first time, I think, is often the problem. It's like, oh, no, I've missed. No, I've missed again. Come on, I can get this key in the hole. No, missed again. No, missed again. Oh, dang it. I need to catch up, but I've just spotted the phrase, fuck it, she'd lose the door, which is just magnificent. Might get one of those. Where am I? I've missed a lot. Can't you just get another one? Crack a window. I lose shit constantly, so for anything important, I have protocols in place to make sure I don't. A good stratagem. The more I buy, the more she can lose. Might get her one of those huge bits of plastic a hotel has, just tie it to a tennis racket. Or the you wouldn't necessarily need it as a float, but the keys you get for boats, they tend to have massive floats on. So that would be a massive bit of plastic, I suppose. But nonetheless, it would have the backup system of floating as well. So if she ever lost it near a river, it would float. Not that would be hugely helpful, but, at least on a boat, you're likely to have a boat hook or something to grab them back again. Or a net, but nonetheless. It's down the back of the couch with the stream baby. Print one. Yes, I suppose you could have a go. I don't think it would work, but you could have a go. Get a key on a piece of string attached to the wall next to the front door. Inside, of course. Oh, that old... Not quite the old chestnut where you put the key dangling in the letterbox. She'd lose the string. Fuck it, she'd lose the door. There we go, we've caught up with fuck it, she'd lose the door. She'd have to lose the wall too then. Even better, I'll tie a key to a huge inflatable banana. Attach the key to a cat. But whose cat? And you'd have to attract the cat. And you might not be able to attract the cat. Now granted, you know, cats are slightly easier to herd than is suggestible. Because, you know, all you need is a good bit of food and a cat will be herded. But I must admit that knee. Well, he does have a fair bulk out at the knee there as well. Just I think it's been made a little more extreme there. I think we will not worry too much about that right now. But what we do want to do... Oh, I've gotten confused now. This leg is that leg. So I'm going to sort of nip in. Oh, I forgot to put the invisible mode on, which is fine. Is that enough leg? I think so. Certainly now I think it is, because that's chewing into... Now, how did I do that? There is a method for that. Yeah, there is. It's a different method because it doesn't do it. So what I need to do is get a new group. Lower leg invis will suffice. Assign that group. That should be that group. Excellent. Now in my modifier stack, let's save that. Get back into object mode. And what we want to do is mask, I believe, was the one. Vertex group, find the lower leg invis, invert the lower leg invis group, and there we go. We should have now a suitable invisible leg. Excellent. That's what we were after. We'll save that up as well. You'd have to catch the cat with a net first. Install a cat flap. She's been pestering me into propose. Might get a key made into a ring. If she loses that, it's off. Oh dear. Is that how it works now? Only for us gross breeders. It does sound like a dark art. Straight people are so gay. What a beautifully twisted sentiment. I feel like I'd get in trouble for going the other way. Gay people, they're so straight now. But it's all in jest, just in case. Don't want it taken out of context. Right, I'm gonna grab that and just carry on with our doings. So I think this one just features gaps front and back, or at least that was the executive decision I made previously, and I'm happy to continue that. He's got pimple on his leg again, pimple on his leg. Oh, there's already a comedian who does gay. It's the new straight. Interesting. Oh wow, there you go. I mean, possibly good company. It depends on how good Steve Hughes is. Why did you delete the leg? I mean, technically I didn't delete the leg. Strictly speaking, the leg is still there. But it's because with the leg, I wouldn't be able to see this bit. Without the leg, I can see all around that bit. And so, that's why. Leg not required. No, it's Rhino. He doesn't need a leg. What we want to do is make that quite thin. Oh, shit. Don't do that. There we go. I think we're good. We're good again. It's because I was using the multi-select Wizbot. Yes. The multi-select that goes with the bop. Everybody knows how to multi-select with the Wizzy Bop. Did you make this model from yourself from scratch? No, I did not. I suppose I could technically, a bit of a spoiler, but I don't know if I'll ever get around to doing it, so not so much a spoiler if you never get around to doing things. But I'll show it off anyway, because you never know, it might make me suddenly go, oh yeah, no, maybe I will bother. Just got to find the bastard now. That one, and that one, and I don't know which one. That one. This is going to take a long time to load, and it might cripple everything. But no, the basic model is Rhino from one of the games. I want to say Contest of Champions, but I might have made that up. No, it might be Strike Force. Might be a game called Strike Force. Marvel Strike Force, obviously. Oh dear, yeah, no. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, it's weird that that's very much the internet dying, which is kind of like not anything to do with this. I must admit, that's not actually. Oh dear, have I broken it? Oh no, there we go. It's just it's being slow because these are procedural textures that it's trying to load up, and they are chunky as fuck. It's alright when they actually load, but I'll try and figure out how to get the windows to change in a moment, because basically it's running 2 windows of Blender and it doesn't know that I want you to change over to the other one. But I'm gonna leave it alone for a moment. Let it load. Let it lie. Let it load. And see what happens. Oh, there we go. That hair shader is just very chunky, but I suppose it does fancy things. Also, that skin shader is just a bit shit. I know you can't see it at the moment, but you can just hear me mumbling about it. Now, I wonder if that's going to just work. Yeah, it did. It swapped over. This is a model I built myself, and you can see that A, it is super fucking basic. B, I could not be bothered to build a nose. I suppose we can zoom in just to really show the shame. I could not be bothered to model a nose. So it's only ever going to be seen from the front. I don't know. It depends. I mean, in fairness, it does. I think I was able to just about justify it. I suppose. Oh no, my moustache is. Oh no, I've got cock moustache now. I've got the cock moustache. Yes, indeed I do. I have a cock moustache. Oh dearie do. But the other thing to note is the feet are horrendous. They are just sort of flat plates of squidginess. Can't deny the texture on those boots is beautiful. I didn't design the texture, I copied the texture from somewhere else, but yeah, you can see just enormous plates of meat. And that sword I showed off a little while back. I showed that sword off quite some time ago. Didn't bother with belt buckle, because in fairness, the original character it's based off of might not have had a belt buckle, or I was lazy, one of the two. Pin the moustache is hard. Yes, I imagine it is. Especially because the moustache, unfortunately, is a slightly dodgy angle. So, no matter what, it is quite difficult to sort of line it up, because I can't really rotate it in the way that would be needed. Not via the camera, anyway. I would need to do it via something else. But, yeah. I shall twiddle my moustache. But yeah, there you go. That's a model I built myself, and it is super fucking basic. But in fairness, it does have an armature as well, so I can do things. Need to drop it down outside of texture mode to even stand a chance of this, but you've got your control. Oh, it's already in pose mode. That's helpful. The control bone, and it's all set up to do IKs, but the belt does stretch somewhat, which is slightly awkward. And you kind of basically lose the entirety of that, which is equally awkward. Yeah. It's one of those ones. Also, the shirt pierces the thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just a shit model, in fairness. It's a very shit model. Hand controller. So you can move the hand in forwards. Oh, no. Oh, I see. This is local. I want that in global. I can move the hand forward. I poke you with the sword. I poke you. I am Mr. Fantastic. Poke you. But yeah, it's not a very good model, is the honest truth. It's not a very good model. And I don't save that because it's all of no significance. But anyway, we're verging on sort of the point of yay or nay for board games. So I mean, basically, it's in your hands now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll stick to 6. 6 has been a reasonable number in the past. Bring that up there. Can this program be used for animations? Yes, it can. Blender is a jack of all trades. I think it's one of those ones where now I'm willing to be proven wrong. I'm willing to be sort of argued with, but I think as a general thing, as a general rule, Blender is exceptionally good at everything. Well, it's good at everything, but not exceptionally good at one thing. So if you wanted to do sculpting, you can sculpt stuff in Blender, and it will work, and it will do the job. I've got nothing against Blender for sculpting. Blender for sculpting seems very good. I'm not very good at sculpting, but Blender for sculpting seems very, very good. But if you wanted a particularly fancy sculpting tool, then you would want ZBrush. Because ZBrush is dedicated to sculpting, therefore is better at sculpting than Blender is. If you wanted something dedicated to textures and texture painting, then again, Blender will do you a magnificent texture paint. You're going to be perfectly fine with its functionality. It's good enough. And it's free. That's the key thing. Blender is free. Always keep in mind, Blender is free. So everything it does, it's doing for free, and it does it well. However, if you wanted expert, full-on professional gear, you would probably want, for textures, you'd probably want Substance Painter, I think. Modelling and animation is a slightly different story, because Blender does modelling and it does animation, and there's not really necessarily a lot of other fancy dedicated stuff you could do with modelling and animation. As long as you can manipulate your vertices, it's a good modeler, really, I think. So in terms of modelling, I think Blender, plays with the big boys quite nicely. But yeah, I would put forth that there are some programs with dedicated functions, i.e. Substance Painter dedicated to textures, ZBrush dedicated to sculpting. They've all got slightly higher functionality in their dedicated field. However, you cannot get better for free. I don't think, anyway. I don't think you could get anything better for free than Blender that does everything. It is a fantastic tool. I would certainly not hear anything negative. Well, I'm sure there's plenty of negatives you could say about Blender, and I would happily hear them. But way to stand on that hill for a long time, hey? I won't hear a negative. Well, I would, but oh, you're getting down off that hill, are you? Yeah, no, I'm feeling a bit sick. A little bit of whatever the word is, the illness where vertigo. If you go up too high and you start feeling a bit ill, I feel a bit ill. I'm going to get off that hill immediately. But no, I mean I've been using Blender fairly exclusively for years now, and it does everything that I want it to do, which I think is the key thing. You just want programs that do what you want them to do, and Blender definitely does it. One of its main weaknesses, I think, would be its measurements and stuff. It's not quite... Again, arguably, if you want something that's dedicated to measuring and basically stuff, it's called CAD. I'm sure people know that, computer-aided design. If you want something dedicated to CAD, you're probably going to want to get something like AutoCAD or something around about that sort of notion. But even so, Blender could do it to a certain extent, I think. Although it's not really a CAD is a slightly different discipline, I think, in fairness. I don't know. I keep making it sound like I know these things. I don't. Always take everything I say with a pinch of salt. It's healthier that way. And I know, oh, the irony, you're suggesting a pinch of salt would make things healthier. Well, yes. Actually, that's technically true, I think. Again, I'm going to start going on about things I know nothing about, but will sound like I do. I'm fairly certain if you have a little bit of salt, that is actually healthy for you. In fact, I'm fairly certain I heard a while back, making sure you have a little bit of salt in your diet will help with cramp. If you get cramp, make sure you just have a little bit of salt. Possibly it's considered a little bit of extra salt, maybe, I don't know. Which is not difficult for me, because I play video games, so there's a fuckload of salt in my diet. As I get more and more agitated at the game for being an arse. But yeah, long story. Doctor told me to eat more salt because I had low blood pressure. There you go. So I should take a pinch of salt with a pinch of salt. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's what I'm saying. But yeah, what I plan on doing is probably we'll finish up this piece of armour and then try and move into some form of board game. So, as I say, my primary options, there are a couple of alternates if people would prefer them. We could do Star Wars Squadrons, which is not a board game, but nonetheless a viable option. We'll pretend we're playing X-Wing and then it's a board game, or a tabletop game at least. But yeah, the primary options: Escape the Dark Sector, very similar to Escape the Dark Castle we did last week, so you wouldn't necessarily have to learn anything new if you were around last week. Or Bloodborne, the card game. Bloodborne, the card game, does require more players than Escape the Dark Sector. Escape the Dark Sector, 2 to 4 players. Bloodborne, the card game, 3 to 5 players. So if we get a large volume of interest, Bloodborne is probably the one to go for. An extremely limited volume of interest, of course. Far better to do Escape the Dark Sector. So, as I say, we are sort of bordering on getting to the conclusion of the Blender section. So do feel free to declare whether you are or are not available for some kind of board gaming bits and bobbles. And if you feel like you are up for it and you need to check into your tabletop simulator, do feel free. It might need an update. Might not. I don't know. That's entirely you.
I'm here.
On my PC that I haven't used for many months. Now, is that you've not used your PC in many months, or you've not used your tabletop simulator in many months? Because if you've not used the PC in many months, that could be issues because it will try and keep updating for you. Or if you've not used Tabletop Simulator in months, then that could equally be an issue because Tabletop Simulator might want to update. So there you I'm making and about to eat dinner, I'm afraid. Ooh, that is an early dinner. Unless the making is particularly long. But yeah, no, that is a very early dinner. Compared to my dinner, that is very early. But I suppose you do have children, so I think when I was a small child, timings were different. Now I'm an adult. I have very late dinner. Very, very late dinner. My PC in many months. Oh dear. I don't think it's wired up properly right now. Oh, that's not good. That is a shame. Especially because if your PC is capable of playing games, you should definitely be using your PC more often. Yes. Is that your sort of... Is that your thing? If it's a PC, and if it's something to do with video games, make sure you keep it and protect it. Yes, that is my thing. I'm very much obsessed with video games, I suppose. Now, that's an intriguing question. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so if we actually did drag that down there and get ourselves a 6th one. Try and line those up a little bit better with the new geometry. And now we should have 6 to meet up with our first piece of geometry. Many, many years old now. So fair enough then. I mean, in fairness, mine, I discovered actually, mine is precisely 4 years old. Well, I say precisely, it's give or take a month or so. But yeah, it's 4 years old now. And of course, the recent reset does seem to have re-engaged a lot of things as well, which is quite helpful in a way. I don't know precisely where they managed to disappear to or disappear off to over the years, but nonetheless, I mean, this was ages ago now, so I don't think anybody would remember. But ages and ages ago, I did complain about the fact that it might disappear again in the not too distant future. So I've gotten used to not worrying too much. But there's a little system where when you unplug one audio device and you plug in another audio device, a little pop-up comes up and it goes, is this speakers or headphones? And it was very helpful because I could go, this is the speakers, and it would set it to the volume I have the speakers, which is about 40. And then I'd plug in the headphones and it'd say, oh, what is this? Is this headphones? And I'd say, yes. And it'd therefore set it to the volume I have the headphones, which is about 4. And it started doing that again, which is very useful and very pleasant. I think it's very nice that the computer goes, excuse me, would you like to please grab that point, please. I'm sorry, I was distracted by asking whether you wanted speakers or headphones. But yeah, it was a very, very useful system that allowed me to just sort of plug in the headphones, go, yes, this is the volume I need the headphones. And then that would be the volume for the headphones. It was quite unpleasant when I forgot to change the volume for the headphones and kept deafening myself every time I streamed. But now, theoretically, I can avoid that, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's slightly odd that that's suddenly sort of made a resurgence. I don't quite understand why that would have just sort of suddenly disappeared and then now reappeared. But I suppose, arguably, every now and again the computer goes terribly wrong and I go, how do I solve this? And the internet goes, like this? No. Like this? No. Like this? Yeah, I suppose that'll do. And then I don't. And then I've probably turned off a load of shit that was potentially necessary. But there you go. It's just the way it is. Horrendous line. In fairness, because I haven't moved any of these points, so Not quite as horrendous as I thought it was. Oh, did I? Yeah, I lost the screencast. You have to turn that on every single time, which is slightly awkward. Slightly awkward, slightly awkward. Turn my PC on, and out of curiosity, Discord is now installing one of 15 updates. That is a lot of updates. I must admit, I suppose I didn't actually have to worry about updating when I had to reset the whole thing. I didn't have to care about updates because everything was installing from the latest versions anyway. Because it was all fresh installs. Which I suppose is probably what's rejiggered all of the old things that I had lost. But it is still quite peculiar. Finding all these things that were sort of gone for so long, suddenly back again. And I don't mean... I'm not going to suddenly start twirling out the little battle spinning tops. Was that back again, or am I getting confused? I might be getting confused. So often am I confused. Do 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 do. Do do. Well, I suppose technically the alternate option, if people didn't want to do a board game, we could do some Jackbox games. Because that being online might be slightly easier. What am I doing? It wrong. Yes. No, well, not strictly speaking wrong, but I've kind of jammed the geometry up a bit too close together, really. But still, well, having said that, that might make for an okay thing. Ah, fuck it, we'll leave it. Fuck it, we'll leave it. It's fine. It's all fine. Do, 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 do. And we are almost meeting up with our first piece. Do, 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 do. Don't know why I've gone slightly into Thunderbirds, but there you go. I suppose you can't go wrong with the tunes from Thunderbirds. No siree, 'cause they had some fantastic music. Yes, indeed. I can't remember who did the music, but there you go. They were nonetheless exceptionally good. That is right. That is indeed right. That is correct. They were such fantastic songs. That was Barry Gray. It's just suddenly sprang to mind. But there you go. Could send you Who's Your Daddy if you want to be a meddling baby. I have seen that one. It's mildly amusing looking. Let's try and do this in sort of 3 steps maybe. So we probably want to get this going at a bit more of an angle to sort of get the top lining up a little bit better with the bottom. We shall see. My PC at the very least running, so I could probably join in with something potentially. Well, I'll tell you what, if you try Tabletop Simulator, we might have enough people to make a good game of Escape the Dark Sector, because I think it is slightly better with more people. You can get away with doing it solo if you wanted to, but I don't know. I've done it in the past, and I honestly don't think there's anything sadder than playing a board game by yourself. I may have just insulted a lot of people there, but I suppose in my mind, if you enjoy it, you should go for it. But in my mind, there's really, there's something devilishly sad about playing a board game by yourself. And as I say, I've done it. I did an entire 2 weeks, in fact, 2 weeks of Mansions of Madness all by myself. I played all of the characters, I think it was 6 characters. I played them all. And as I say, it is possibly one of the saddest things to ever come out of anything really. Super sad, unfathomably sad sack of crap. But there you go. Right, 2 holes in front, 2 holes in rear, big hole there. There we go. Well, there you go. That's whoops. Camera, please. There we go. There we go. Sans one leg. Sans one leg. He is actually not doing too badly, and I think I've whipped through that entire thigh quicker than I whipped through the sort of like one segment of this thigh. But there you go. I suppose they're almost to be expected in a way. So what happened to that mask? It's on a different layer. Do I want to just get rid of it? Yeah, probably. I don't need the mask there anymore. But there you go. Lo and behold, ding, 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 ding. His leg is back. His leg is back. His leg is back. His leg is back. His legs. His legs is back. His legs is back. His legs. Here his back. Here are his legs. And here is his back. And here is his dirty great horn. But anyway, there you go. Whoops. Don't save as. No, don't save as. Fine, I'll use the shortcut. I was planning not to bring my other arm into the equation. My other arm was happy, just relaxing. But, oh no, I opened Steam mass updates to download. Yes, that is probably a slight issue. I imagine, yeah, most games are probably going, I am old now. You must embrace the ideas. Do 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 do. Ba 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 da beady beady body be do. I'll have a look at some point, but I am definitely curious what he got in his hand. The Steve Hughes link you sent in the Library of Links can't sleep. I don't know whether it's meant to be, if it's going to be like a cup or something if he's drinking, or something else, but it's looking. Oh, I see. No, okay, I'm seeing it now. That's a thumb and a finger. Okay, that's a thumb and a finger, so we can get rid of those into the equation. So I think now I'm slightly more confident it's a drink, which is fair enough. Oh, and there's Colossus. Do 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 do. And it is official Colossus. I suppose, yeah, we did know you had an official Colossus, didn't we? Oh, is it? I've got Lucy Lawless. Have you? Really? I mean, oh, on your cardboard cutouts, yeah. That's fair. You can play a board game with Lucy or Hugh Jackman. Which one? Oh, I mean, for me, it'd be Lucy Lawless, undoubtedly. Hugh Jackman can do one, frankly. But, you know, he's a lovely fella, I'm sure, but he's no Lucy Lawless. He's no Xena the Warrior Princess. But yes, no, that hand looks very good. It matches up beautifully. Anyway, I was, you know, also in whip mode. Are you dirty boy? Go over how he looks in flesh mode with these boots. Intriguing. Oh, I suppose without the steel skin, it is quite a bold choice of clothing, isn't it? Do do. Ba da ba ba ba. Ba da 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 da. Anyway, let's see. So let's get some. What are you doing? No, don't do that. Well, having said that, you appear to have just done that. Fine. You appear to be finished. It was using internet in some fashion, which I didn't necessarily want it to do. But sometimes they like to do that. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll keep it super easy. Well, I can't find it, so it might be slightly more difficult. There we go. I'll have to choose one. to do. I don't know how complicated some of these are, but I think that one's probably relatively simple. So let's go. I think we need to go there because that's where they are. Yes. And then I will need a browser, so I'll open that up now to make sure it gets rid of things. Just go into that now, so that it's not doing things. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. Yeah, no, don't do that either. Just, no, why are you being a cunt? There we go, you've stopped. You've ceased your cuntish ways, which is always beneficial in the long run. Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Jackman, or just Lucy? Again, for me, it would just be Lucy. At all times. You'll just watch, fair enough. Let's see what it comes under. I suppose that's probably sufficient. We'll do a civic doodle. See what that is. It's a Jackbox game, so it's not that. It's not going to be that immensely unfathomable. But I don't think I have played it, but I don't immediately recognise it. So we'll see what it is. I think I know, but as I say, we may have to sort of have a go. Right. I suppose arguably I think I need to cut that for a moment. Whoops, no, not that. Go away. There we go. That. Then I need to find settings, I suppose. That shouldn't make too much difference. No, that's all good. No, that's fine. Well, they've not given me a clue as to what. I suppose that would be quite useful. Maybe that would solve all of the problems. Well, I suppose I would still need to see it. Okay. Right. Jackbox TV. There we go. You too can go to Jackbox TV in a moment or two. And I must admit that's probably not a necessary. There we go. I am sort of in, and now we'll do that, and we'll do that, and there we go. Other people can join Jackbox TV, and you just sort of.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Something. It's something. You are. Hello, I'm fat. Lovely. Hello, I'm fat. And I think we've got Hello, I'm Dot. I don't know whether Hello, I'm Dot is trying to do something. Oh, okay. Hello, I'm is doing something maybe. I don't know whether he just left it at Dot. Right. I don't think I need to see anything there. Question mark. I don't know. It's slightly awkward getting everything. Oh, there we go. Okay. I think it's butternut. Once you feel you're finished with your drawing, do give a shout. Because I'm now finished with my sort of dragon thing, and I feel potentially like it's Can't Sleep who's fat, which I realise is an unfair thing to say, but nonetheless, I think it might be. But I can't guarantee that. And I believe Blue Boosh has his sort of strange round face creature. It's very potato head. You drew yourself! Oh, I do apologise then. Because I'm now calling you a strange round-headed potato-faced man. So that's fine. It's a jaunty theme, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Okay. I did wonder if we were going to suddenly get a load of drawing from Butters, who I am assuming is Butters at least. So, oh, there's more. There's more. Okay. Oh, it's gone a bit. True. Well, there's a little butternut in the background. I think that's a butternut and a middle finger. With a load of scribbles all over the top as well. But maybe this is one of those sort of Rorschach tests where it's kind of, I'm seeing butternut and a middle finger, and really it wasn't intended to be. Or it very much was. But are you finished, butternut? I must admit, I'm not used to this, so I don't know whether there's some obvious telltale sign that people have finished their drawing and therefore it's gone tick. This is finished. But I'm gonna give you like 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna declare everybody's in and your picture is finished. I wish I could improve mine. I take it you've said yes to it. I'm sure perhaps if we do another round, you could perhaps do one. Your scribble. Okay, everybody's in. So we'll have to listen to the rules carefully, I think, because I don't know what they are either.
Welcome to Doodle Valley, where the food has more than 7 times the recommended levels of salt. Thank you all for volunteering or being unwillingly enlisted to participate in our town beautification initiative. Remember, we're still looking for audience members to join in and cast their votes. The mayor wants to turn all the plain old everyday walls in the town into inspiring works of community art. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor?
That's right, Peggy.
That's not my name, sir.
And I know just where to start. Right here.
Okay, it looks like we're starting the garden.
As you can see, this mural is already in progress. The city council was supposed to agree on what to paint, but this is as far as they got before their 11-month recess.
They just left us hanging there. Look at that.
We believe in a little thing called democracy around here, so I'll let 2 of you make additions to the drawing, and your fellow volunteers will vote on who made it better.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm keeping you on a short timer to make sure you don't overthink it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I didn't extend the
volunteers,
timers.
ready,
I don't know. They didn't give me
ready,
numbers,
and
so
ready.
I just
Let
left
me
them
go.
as they were. I don't know whether extended timers would be necessary or not, but still.
While our doodlers doodle, the rest of you can react
Okay.
to each drawing with the buttons on your device.
I like the vegetable one.
Time's running out. Better hurry.
Oh dear, okay. It's perhaps slightly quick. There we go.
2
Oh, you got a
very
lot
strong
further.
Candidates. It's up to the voters to pick a winner.
So vote already.
But then again, do you want to be hemmed into a dog? I know, I'm swaying your votes. Do you want to be hemmed into a dog, or do you want to just be hemmed into eyes? Apparently you're 50-50 split.
Not so fast, Mary Beth.
Fat wants to be hemmed in by a dog. Blue Boosh fancies the idea of being free for eyes.
Most of the emoticons will get a little bonus. This time, the bonus goes to the drawing with the most hearts.
Aww. Then Doggy got hearts, which means Doggy wins. Good luck drawing the rest of that dog.
Now let's see what you 2 can add. Go!
Oh, here we go. I can now start voting. Do, 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 do. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, he's got big legs. Okay, I thought he was going to be a massive penis. Do, 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 do. Right. He does have a massive penis.
Time to vote.
Oh fuck! Vote. No, I think wild dog instead of
Here we go.
dick dog. But I feel like dick dog was an obvious choice. It was obvious that Can't Sleep was dick dog, which in fairness was his nickname at school. He was known as Dick Dog. But he did get a load of bonuses for the for the obvious eggplant
I love
link.
it. Now how about you two give it
And
a
there
shot?
is a small penis there, isn't there? There's a small penis. Oh, hello. Yeah, okay. This is two different people. Interesting. So both sides have a small penis at the moment. Oh, there's now. I'm getting confused which side which. Someone who's really going to town with turds. Oh, he's of course lifting the mighty penis.
Vote away.
And one of them's chizzing the mighty penis. Well, one of them does seem like they're having a bit of a better time, but I suppose you can't deny massive penises.
Let's count those votes.
Very long and thin, though, isn't it? That first one. we've both been drawn in by penises. Excellent. Or both been drawn in by drawings of penises, I suppose, technically.
Go.
Oh, okay. I've got Jesus Christ. I've got to add to this. Okay. There are other colours as well, if you were interested, but sort of got a belt on.
It's voting
A smear.
time.
Oh, there you go. Someone else does know there are colours available.
Moment of
But yeah,
truth.
I just added a red belt. That's it. I appreciate it, Butters. I appreciate you voting for my red belt. Also, I appreciate the fact that it won, which is weird.
Don't add another brush stroke. It's perfect.
Okay, it's fine.
Now it just needs a title.
No, it's
Type
not.
one in using your devices.
It's not perfect. If that belt wasn't red, interesting. Dread to think what you're thinking. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Which one is it gonna be? Let's vote.
Champion the Dick Dog or Diddley the Dicky Dog Dodo. Well, that's weird. Oh, I suppose I can't. Yeah, I can't vote for my own, which is probably just given away. Champion the Dick Dog. I'll do. Oh, all even Stevens, I think, there.
No, a tie. We're all doomed.
Now, Belinda, as mayor, I get to break all the ties. I pick this one.
Good man.
Okay,
He
time
knows
for the
good.
big
He knows good
unveiling.
quality
I
stuff.
Can't wait. I wish I'd taken art
Yeah.
appreciation in college.
No, that is definitely what you want on your coffee cup, isn't it? Good old. I mean, I'm glad we've started as we mean to go on early doors with Dick Dog. I mean, sometimes I fear we ease ourselves in on other streams, but no. Apparently today we've just gone straight to Dick.
Put on your artist caps. Go.
Okay. Oh, here we go. What are people thinking? It's just... Fun fact, this is very much like the contribution he won from Gartic Phone, of course, where you get sort of a small object,
Time's running out.
and
Finish up quick.
it looks like it might be the sort of little mouse with a big red butthole. Whoops, I didn't really do much emoting there. But someone really did go to town with the damned... 2, I'm afraid, gets my vote.
Let's see how that shook out.
Oh, 50-50 though. Blue Boosh enjoyed the little sort of cloud. And I think just the emotes had it. I think that's me. I have to do something with this cloud of something or other. I don't know what though. I really don't know what to do with this at all. No, I really don't. Yeah, no, I don't. I've got no thoughts. No thoughts at all. There's strangeness. Oh, there we go. That is much better. That is much better. Number 2 is definitely the winner, because number 2 actually had a plan. And it was apparently to have a shot sheep, I think. It's a sheep that's been shot. Yes. Oh, well done, Mr. Blue Boosh. That was a much better notion and a much better idea. Well executed.
Next up.
Literally executed on this occasion. Oh crap! I've got to do another damn thing, which unfortunately I've got no thoughts on today. I really just absolutely nothing at all. Try adding to the blood pool. It's a shame there's no fill tool, is there? And also it's super fucking quick.
Time to vote.
I'm not entirely sure what's happened to the first one. I think he's been given 2 guns. That feels a little bit too like sort of the police have gunned him down and then put a couple of guns in his hands. But each to their own. Oh, I see. I didn't even quite get the filling done at the time. Maybe they don't allow filling. I don't know. Welcome, Quantum Coco. We are doing Jackbox here. Civic Doodle specifically. Oh, I see the Bloodstained one. Oh, I think we know who's on the left-hand side. Because there is, of course, a penis coming to town. Oh, there's a cape. A few capes there. And just the word come. It feels like number 1 has sort of changed the notion. But I feel like I can't vote for a penis again. So it has to be the twisted version, where it's become him sort of now flying through a red cloud or something. I don't know. I don't know if you had a plan.
Yeah. I think we're ready for a title.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think this exists, but... Oops. Helps if you spell it correctly. There we go. Because arguably it doesn't make that much difference on this occasion. As it's all stupid comedy things, it doesn't make a difference. Sheep for the skies. That's pretty good, actually.
Speaks to you and vote.
I have no plan. What the fuck is this? Super Sheep makes me cry, and the worst picture of a sheep you've ever seen. Super Sheep, seems as it's stuck with the same theme as mine, which reveals which one mine is, but nonetheless. Oh, the worst picture of a sheep I've ever seen, you've ever seen even, has actually won. The worst picture of a sheep you've ever seen.
So... you.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah, it's perfect. And, surprisingly, easy to put on that wall, I think. Oh, Blue Boosh, you've shot into the lead. Well done,
now,
sir.
Mr. Mayor?
Well
Oh,
done.
I got a special treat for our budding artist, Mildred.
That's not... You know what? Never mind. What is it?
Your art has moved me to commission you to do a portrait. One that'll
good Lord.
hang in the town
Oh,
hall.
no. We should not be allowed to put it near people.
Everybody brace yourselves, because you're all drawing at once this time.
Oh, good
I
lord.
wanna
Okay.
fill the town
Quick
hall
steps.
with portraits of our fine citizens. Let me just open up the old Doodle Valley phone book here and... There you go, a fine subject for
Okay.
a portrait.
Murray Bruin.
Sir? I've got no clue who that is.
No.
Oh, you remember they live down by Route 27. 3, where, you know, by
I feel like that's not going to help me.
Harbor Shop,
He gets like this sometimes. Let's just start by drawing some eyes. Doesn't matter what they look like.
I mean, I feel like it does, but that's perhaps just me. There we go. Those are my eyes. Oh, someone's drawn Cyclops.
So many
Someone's gone very
here.
far.
Let's vote on whose is best.
Someone's managed to get like a penis slipped in. I suppose just to agitate can't sleep. I had a feeling that might have been Blue Boosh agitating can't sleep.
Next, let's
So now we have to continue with Cyclops, which, as I say, what did you say? Draw the nose. Okay, we can draw a nose. At the moment, well, I say we can draw a nose. I mean, we definitely can't draw a nose. I told you I couldn't draw. Yeah, there is an undo button. Well, there you go. It's a fucking immensely crooked nose. And I think I can guess Can't Sleep's picture. Although I haven't said that, the Tiny Dick Nose could be his, but I think the Cyclops hatred has come through. Yes, there we go. Everybody, it's kind of gone. Okay, that's Tiny Dick Nose now. Now we had a mouth. Okay. Let's give him the most luscious lips. Sort of. Oh, there is no white. Well, that'll do.
And
oh, good lord. Oh, wow. It's amazing seeing them because I get very much distracted. He's licking his nose gum. Oh, wow. Yeah, there we go. We are continuing with him licking his nose gum. Magnificent.
Finally, finish the drawing by adding anything you want.
Oh,
Just don't go over budget.
That's not an offer that should be given to people. Let's try and up the pen size. Make this a little bit easier to put in some hair. One of those sort of Japanesey sort of hairs that do denote idiot. There you go.
Here it is. The last vote.
One of them's turned into Harry Potter. One has giant balls, and one continues the hatred of Cyclops. I feel like let's have Harry Potter Cyclops. Harry Potter Cyclops looks to be getting in there. It looks like Murray Bruin.
Let's take a look.
Weirdly, Murray Bruin has a penis nose that licks its own cum and has a Harry Potter scar. It is.
You all have taught me that, just like politics, art is about working together to make things better for everyone. Sorry, just kidding. It's all about winning!
And it's very difficult to know who's going to win this. Blue Boosh. It's not so difficult anymore now it's been displayed. Well done. Well done. Do. So you can click to see a gallery if you want. And apparently... Oh, hello. Interesting. Oh, I see. Free-for-all draw mode. I understand now. There we go. Okay. Cool. I hadn't scrolled down, so I wondered how in the world. I'll join you in the fannies. There we go. It's quite good. I must admit. Yeah. Right. Got some interesting sort of pressure. I'm assuming maybe pressure. I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm assuming maybe if you actually had a tablet, you could do something more with the pressure sensitivity. Perhaps, I don't know. I didn't think it was that in depth, but you never know. There's certainly some element as you release the pen, it sort of flicks a little bit more pressure under it, which is interesting. Anyway, I imagine Quantum Coco, you are perfectly entitled to join if you wish. Just declare that, and we'll do new players. If not, and if someone needs to leave, I will declare new players as well. But outside of that, I'll put in stand players. So declare what you desire. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic thing. Okay, so I think we'll need new players though. So we'll drop the screen for a moment. And then... that's it. I will do that. And I will be the host. And now we do that. We do that. And now everybody can join. And you can create your own little name badge. However you so choose to do.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Wet titties is that. For anybody interested why I don't often see these things until a lot later, my word, there's a full party apparently. That's concerning, because that means there's probably people unknown and therefore possibly going to do terrible things. But there you go. There is also, hello, I'm in the audience. Very good. But yes, I will submit that. And as I say, I don't think there's an obvious way of telling when everybody's submitted, so we'll just sort of go with the fact that most of these images look to be completed. So we'll do a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not Cyclops. I think you might be Cyclops. I feel like every time you say you're not something, it definitely means you are something.
Welcome to Doodle Valley, where America dumps its spent uranium. Where to today, Mr. Mayor?
Right here.
Okay, interesting. Bit of an odd one.
Keep in mind, I'm putting you on a short timer so you don't get lost in artistic thought.
I suppose I could have extended the timers,
Ready,
having gone back
set,
out, but never mind.
Ready,
It keeps you on your toes, really, making it quick. Do 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 do. Oh, here we go. Sort of. Oh, interesting. We've both people have gone down the same line. Well, one now has a tail though. Well, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, I think
and I like both of these.
I feel like the most
Sadly,
finished.
only one can win.
Come on, vote, why don't ya?
the most finished one. We'll go with that.
Here we go.
God only knows how we go from there, but nonetheless, we're going to go with that one. So how do we try to go in a
Now
direction?
You two get to add something. Let's keep the civic pride rolling. Go.
You sort of got... Dang it. Didn't quite get hands in. Yeah, I think the simplicity of adding ears might be the better choice, but I was trying to sort of bulk our little boy up. Now
Okay,
what?
count 'em up.
I dread to think. That's probably for the best. It's probably for the best. I dread to think what you'd have done with that thing had you kept the wide man.
The people have spoken. Okay, let's see what you two can do. Go!
Oh. Very different directions here. Very different directions. Not entirely sure where one's going now. Not entirely sure where two's going either, truth be told. I mean, there's a clear penis on one, but one has sort of wings. I feel like one... I realise I'm giving away my vote each time, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Do. Wet titties win with a tiny penis. Which is a magnificent statement.
Go!
Okay, here we go again. Where's it gonna go now? Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Nobody knows. Ooh woo. He's got a little ooh woo mouth and a jizzing cock. Everybody loves a jizzing cock. And then there's a sort of ant, a crazy ant down there.
Vote away.
Ooh. An ant trying to nibble on the penis, or it raining cum. I think we'll go with it raining cum. Who can possibly deny the cum
Rack up
rain?
those votes. Nobody move. I think our painting is complete, but it still needs a
Nobody
check.
move.
Use your
There's
device
cum
to
rain
suggest one.
coming. I mean, there we go. The cutest little cum rain. Everybody wants to come down, come for the cum rain. Stay for the stains.
Pick your favorite and
When it
vote.
rains, it pours. Ooh, animal French pepper. Cup full of spider bat cum. This is where rain comes from. Not what anybody needed to know in their life, I don't think. The notion that that's where rain comes from. But no, apparently
The
it's cup
suspense
full of
is
spider bat cum.
killing me. Time to reveal your finished work of art.
On a
Wow.
hot air balloon.
And you've all signed
That's
your
bold.
liability waivers, right?
That's bold to put that on a hot air balloon. Especially if you had a little sort of spray off the side of the hot air balloon, you could really get people sort of paranoid,
What
couldn't you?
part of town should we improve next?
I'm thinking here.
Oh, over by the seafront, it looks like.
I've got a good feeling
Innocuous.
about this
An
one.
innocuous little tick.
Go.
What horrendous nastiness can you put forth? Oh, interesting. There's some glasses coming in. Oh, they're both interpreted as mouths. No, one is a nose. Possibly both are noses. Don't know. But either way, very similar. Very similar interpretations. It's almost impressive.
It's voting time.
I feel like that one's got a bit more to work with.
Moment of truth.
Oh, I am vastly in the minority.
Next on deck. Go!
Let's try and get him some... Masters with a bit of shine in. Finish off those teeth. Well, I say finish off those teeth. Poorly finish off those teeth. And then, for some reason, he's got one claw. Maybe. Yes, he's got one long fingernail. And I don't know why. I don't understand.
Okay, count them up.
Oh, people are liking teeth over tongues. Thick rimmed glasses and a creepy talon thing.
Go.
Who can finish off his talons? Is anybody going to finish off his talons? I suppose arguably that might be why there's no white brush for this mode, because otherwise you could just try and overwrite people's things, and that's not the purpose of the game. There's a penis. Of course there is. We may have identified number 2. Difficult to know what the first one was. I think it's just sort of heading towards being a tubeman. But we'll go for tubeman instead of penis in mouth.
Let's see how that shook out.
Oh, dead even. Came down to the emotes, I think.
Next on deck. Go.
Okay, here we go. Left looks like the 7-Up dude. Ah, from years and years ago. Oh, he's holding. He's holding. I dread to think what he's holding. He's holding a penis. Of course, he's holding a penis. And the other one looks like it's spitting out a spaceship, maybe?
Throw it away.
I don't know. I suppose I denied one penis. I cannot deny a second one. Penis is the destiny. You have a destined penis.
I would hang this over my fireplace in a heartbeat. All it needs is a title.
I don't think you would. I don't think that's a character that will last very long, that I've suggested there. Hello. This is going to give it away as well, but there you go. Hello.
Now vote for your favorite.
I'm the penis handyman. Oh, what? Dick muncher. James Charles off camera. Only cool kids eat penis. Cockman. Dickman eats a dick. Bacon bites. The reason my girlfriend left. I think just the simple dick muncher for me. I feel like Dick Muncher. Hello, I'm Dick Muncher. How are you? I munch dicks.
Okay, time to
Which
take
is slightly
it all
better
in.
than the penis handyman, methinks. Dude. Oh dear.
No, thanks.
They
for
really
giving us
sort
a
of-
peek inside you.
I love it.
You really got penis on the bottom, man on top, didn't you? Which I suppose arguably, that's the way it should be, I suppose, shouldn't it?
What's next on the agenda, sir?
I think our town hall could use another portrait.
Oh, of course, yes. Oh, a
Don't
triple
forget,
threat of
everyone
portraits.
draws at
Fuck.
once this time.
We need another resident of Doodle
you can
Valley.
interpret that
And just flip
differently,
through
I
the Doodle
suppose.
Valley phone book.
Maybe that's
Here we go.
3 eyes.
That's who you're gonna draw.
The Denningberry
Once again,
Crunch
I
family.
have no idea who that
Well,
is.
that suggests it's meant to be
You
3
remember,
separate
they
people.
worked over at Pep's place, you know, where he sold the
Which this is going to be
sundries
frantic,
and
because I'm
lotions
assuming it's going
and
to
all
ask for
that.
eyes on
He
all
is
of
like
them.
this sometimes. Let's just
I
start
might
by
be
drawing
wrong.
the face
I
on the
don't know.
left.
Oh,
Doesn't
okay,
matter
face on the
what it
left.
looks like.
Okay, so face on the left. Just the face on the left. Okay. Well, I'm going to stick to my standard angry eyes, because I have no other method of eyes. I don't understand eyes if they're not angry. Feel like I wish I could have
No
gotten a
bad
neck in
options
there.
here, but let's vote on which is best.
Someone misinterpreted the face on the left, which is fine. Someone, I think, drew a woman with pineapples. I think 6 for me. I know there's a dick nose, and I'd prefer there not to be a dick nose, but the fact that you managed to get shoulders in, I think is impressive. Feel the shoulder. Oh, there you go. Dick nose and shoulders. Dick nose, shoulders, knees and toes. Dick nose, shoulders,
All
knees and
right,
toes.
Let's move on to the middle face.
Middle face now. I'm tempted to draw exactly the same face, but I suppose let's try and sort of... They're meant to be a family, so let's try and sort of match the features of the family. This one's possibly older, so has run dry of the penis. There is no more penis available for them. Maybe losing the old hair as well. Very long losing it, and no ears because I forgot to draw ears. It's
Okay,
fine.
vote.
Oh wow, number 3's quite impressive. Number 7's quite impressive. She's playing artistic. 7 is quite impressive. I think we got to go number 7. That's surprisingly artistic, which is oddly harsh to say, but it is true. But it looks like it's a difficult one. Oh, out there with a thing, or not? I'm not here technically, but not the
Now
one I
on
was
face
expecting to
number
get the
3.
win. But maximum dickitude, maximum dicks, dicks everywhere. I'll join in. Let me just put a massive penis on this one's head. And you can only sort of... You can only come in a straight line. Good lord, there's a lot of stuff there. It's Batman. Batman suddenly appeared. I think for the sake of the slightly angry eyes Batman, I'm going to have to vote for that, because I think I'm biased towards angry eyes Batman. But there seems to be just many penises in Cyclops' one. Or are they ducks? Or are they Pogu bunnies? Oh, Batman wins!
Finally, finish this off in any way you
One
want.
hell of a family
I trust
portrait.
you all implicitly.
Well, having said that, I don't know. That seems to have not loaded 2 of the faces. I don't know whether that's just it got confused or what have you, but still. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Last
But
vote,
there you
guys.
go.
Really put
Oh,
your
there's a
heart
lot of
into it.
vomit on one. A lot of vomit. There appears to be a Cyclops suddenly been born in number 8. And then there's a Wurlitzer of penises. I think number 2's kept it simple, just added hair, I think, didn't it? Or was the hair already there? I don't think the hair was already there. Oh, and goggles, everything. Someone had got goggles.
Buckle up. Here comes the final piece.
Oh shit! Oh no, there we go. Yeah. Hey. The Denningberry Crunch family.
Constabulary.
They have penis noses. I'm slightly suspicious that Batman might not be a member of the family because he's not quite got the penis nose. But I suppose arguably he might just be covering the penis nose. Maybe that's why he constantly manages to sort of hide under the Batman mask. Well done, Wet Mountain Titties. Who, pray tell, was Wet Mountain Titties? Of course. Penises everywhere indeed. Penis. Penis. You're wet. You're the upside down wet titties. Fair enough. Well done, Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint. You were victorious. You beat us down with your penis. You just kept on penising us. You got to duck out now. Well, I tell you what. Hang on. There's a duck in the corner for you. There you go. Penis beatings indeed. Penis beatings for all. Well, I'll tell you what then we'll do then. We'll go new players, cut out there, disconnect, and then I might try one of the other games. Although I don't know precisely what to expect from some of the other games. So we shall see. Have I made a mistake? No, I've made a mistake. It's fine. I thought I'd pushed... Which button did I push then? Oh, back is the button I was supposed to be pushing. I pushed select. So I'm not sure what bracketeering was. I think that's something to do with arguments. Yeah, I think it's something to do with arguments. No, fuck it. Give it a go. See what happens. I'm sure they'll explain it to a certain extent. They're usually self-contained. Are you stuck? Loading? Loading? Stuck. Stuck. Loading? Loading? Stuck. Or stuck loading? Or am I supposed to be clicking something? Or are you loading? Are you loading? I think you might be loading. I'll give you a moment. But to do... Oh, there we go. No, it was loading. Excellent. Bracketeering. The deranged debate tournament. What's the best vegetable for Benedict Cumberbatch to voice in a movie? Place smart baits on what will win stupid arguments. Yeah, give it a go. See what happens. I think that's loading again. And now let's... I'll cut that so I can get in first. That's the wrong one. Cut that so I can get in there first. I'll check the settings, see if there's anything interesting. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, skip. No, don't skip the tutorials because I could do with the tutorials. Let's get that going. And then theoretically, so that should be the code. Yeah, see if you can guess the code from but you don't have to guess the code because the code is right there. If there's anybody wanting to try bracketeering, I am now Jador. I don't know if you can change your... Oh, no. I keep thinking I can actually play the game via the game screen, and that's not how it works. So we've got Schreur. I don't know who Schreur is. We've got two Schreurs. Interesting. Hello, Mr. Schreur and Mr. Schreur the second. I'm assuming Mr. Blue is Mr. Babouche. Mr. Qua is Mr. Quantum Coco. I don't know. Butts is probably Butternuts. Fuck, we don't know. Do feel free to declare yourselves if you are interested in being acknowledged in the chat as well. But yeah, we seem to have two Schreurs and a fuck. And a so if anybody knows who the two Schreurs and a fuck and a are, do feel free to do that. But yes, there appears to be a lot of spaces. 16 players on this occasion. But again, looks like it's slowed down, and I think we may have everybody. So we'll do sort of a 10 count, relatively slow 10 count. I'll have a bit of drink as well. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Ooh, there's a button. We'll go back to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mr. Romdom, welcome. Hello, Mr. Romdom. Welcome to Jackety Boxing, where we just get a load of people called Jack, and we get them to fight.
We'll be posing some of life's most important questions. Your answers will be paired off in a no-holds-barred tournament. And your votes will determine which answers advance in the bracket. As we whittle down to our championship winner, this is bracketeering.
Intriguing.
I'm sending the topic of our first bracket to your devices now.
Alright. Coolest thing to juggle.
I know this is a stretch, but maybe something could be cool to juggle. Type in the best, most winningest answer you can think of and hit send. If your answer wins the entire bracket, you'll be rolling in moolah. By the way, you can join the audience and play along by going to Jackbox.
Nope, he never got to finish. Jackbox got one.
One-on-one matchups. That means it's time to seek our fortune at the prediction table. On your device, you'll see one of the upcoming matchups for this bracket. If you can predict the answer that will get the most votes, you could win some sizable bonus bucks.
Oh, let's see. I've never tried this either. I've not tried many of the Jackbox games, truth be told. The most popular one tends to be Quiplash. I've seen the Civic Doodle one a few times, and I think there's a t-shirt designer one as well on one of the later ones. Basically the same as Civic Doodle, I think, but okay, I can't deny that's not terrible. I like the irony of juggling jugglers, but it seems most people would like to juggle sausages. Oh yeah, no, sausages. Everybody loves to juggle those sausages. Oh, predictions one. Oh no, but you lost your prediction. Sausages. Damn straight. Eyes, dismembered penises, chainsaws, bowling balls. Looks like penises. It looks like it's going to be penises versus sausages, as is so often the way.
Just running out the clock.
Is it a penis or is it a sausage? You'll never know. Yay! I predicted my own answer. And I probably shouldn't have given away that was my answer at this stage, but never mind. That is my answer. Oh, here we go. Stepdad balls, hand grenades, bananas, and kittens. I can't condone kittens, but hand grenades, that gives an element of risk. That's a distinctly sort of oh no. Although arguably, I suppose there's an element of risk doing it with Stepdad's balls, because he might walk in and find you juggling his balls. And he never knew he'd given them up. Hand grenades win. Oh no! Blue Bush, you lost. Because hand grenades won. Tease nuts, of course. Oh wow. I don't think I can answer that one. These nuts, we can't. It's gonna win, but you can't juggle a 6-year-old with cancer. Good Lord.
Kids, you've got a new role model.
You have terrible minds. Terrible minds. But fuck won his prediction, but didn't.
Before we get on to round 2, it's time to make another prediction.
Okay. Let's see. Oh.
You've got a new matchup waiting for you on your device. Predict the one you think is going to win.
We shall have to wait and see who can win the ultimate bracket.
The predictions are in. Let's jump back to our
What's
bracket
gonna
for
be
round
the
2.
ultimate thing to juggle? Sausages or dismembered penises?
The scales are beginning to tip.
Sausages are losing, but they're coming back now. I think people prefer sausages.
Well, pelt me with dead fish and call me worthless. We've
People
got a
prefer
winner.
penises than sausages, which I suppose is not unreasonable. We all... No, not quite. Blue! You had faith in the sausage, but you should have had faith in the
Just one
penis.
match away from our finals.
Doodly-doo. Hand grenades. Hand grenades. Oh, we've evened it up. Oh, it's 4-all. I think there was 9 players in total, so someone might have... Oh, no, I suppose... No, I think it was... Yeah, I think it was 9 people, so...
Show your support for your
Oh,
answer
oh,
by
hello.
tapping on your device as
Okay.
fast as you can.
That's going to be slightly more difficult than a touch screen, but never mind. We shall try. We shall try. Come on! Oh, 6-year-old with cancer.
Broken. Finally, we can go on with our
I
lives.
dread to think the fact that the next one is it a 6-year-old with cancer or is it penises? Or is it just 6-year-old with a
Now
cancerous
the
penis?
final
I don't know.
face-off.
But
What is
either
the
way,
coolest thing to juggle?
dismembered penises or a 6-year-old with cancer. Oh, it looks like we're going to go down to touching, always touching. How many touches can a dismembered penis get? I don't know. But I might be able to do it slightly quicker on the other mouse. So, you never know. Maybe. Can I get my penis to you? Can I get my penis on you? No.
We have our first winner.
No. The tappers of a 6-year-old with cancer are far superior to the tapping of my dismembered
Wow,
penis.
what a bracket. Let's see how the scores shook out.
No context in this would be weird. Yeah, very much so. Fuck one. Well, fuck me. Fucking hell. I was thinking about that earlier because I've been playing Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs. Is it Legion? Yeah, it's Legion. Watch Dogs Legion, and it's set in London, so a lot of people have.
Go ahead and write the
Okay,
first thing that comes to mind. We'll see the real
Oh,
bracket
this
title
feels
after
like
you
there's going to be
answer.
some terrible answers, but I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go sort of plain, simple. It's the first vegetable that sprang to mind.
Time's
But
running out.
I feel like this is an open end that could
Let's
go
see what this bracket
horribly
is
wrong.
really about.
We shall see.
To nail to the wall and call it art.
Oh,
it's
okay.
not all profound up in here.
That's interesting.
Time to get
There's a
those
twisty.
predictions.
There's a twisty in this place. Potato. I'm giving all away again. I apologise. I like it, but I have issues with whether it or not it's a vegetable.
The predictions are in.
I think it's a
Up
fruit.
first,
Your mom's melons, arugula, potato, or carrots. I must admit, I don't know. I might regret this, but
looks like we're heading to overtime on this one.
is that
Show your
actually a
support for
vegetable?
your answer by tapping on your device as
Oh, it
fast
is.
as you can.
That's peppery, spicy, and slightly tart flavour. So well done. You've managed to make me... Oh shit, I forgot to tap, so I think your mum's melons are definitely
I
going to win.
don't know if it's art, but I know what I like.
But yeah, melons are not a veggie, no, they're a fruit. But an arugula is apparently some kind of little spicy tart thing. And I've not heard of an arugula. So well done for teaching me a
Can't believe
vegetable.
I'm seeing this.
Scallion? Is that a vegetable? I don't get it. Oh, it's spring onions. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Cauliflower. Let's just have a simple... cauliflower was winning.
This one's
I didn't
looking
spot that
over.
one. Arugula.
Ran away with that one.
Just a simple cauliflower. Yeah. Nail that to the wall,
An easy
and it
bet
makes
that
for a
pays
hell of an
off.
art piece. Do.
Why don't we see what's going on the other side of the
Yeah,
bracket?
I think it's time. Sweet dick. Again, isn't cantaloupe more
Early favorite emerges.
eggplant? I think is a vegetable, but cantaloupe I think is melon, which would be more fruit again. Do. Eggplant wins. It even managed to beat the original Sweet Dick, the OG Sweet Dick. Well, Sweet Dick. Prediction lost for someone, I'm afraid. Did you predict a Sweet Dick?
Round out the bracket with
Green
this
Breen's
vicious
apple fuck you. I like the fact that multiple people immediately multiple things wrong with it. I'm not going to go through all of them. Fucking fruit again. Fucking fruit again.
Oh, that win was so big you could hear it in the next state over.
78% of the votes, though, for a fruit in a vegetable section.
Before we get on to round 2, it's time to make another prediction.
Well, I feel like your safe bet is to vote for all of the fruit, because they are clearly winning. Do. Well, there is a timer. Obviously, do note that there is a sort of delay, so get in as fast as possible. It's not been a problem so far. So.
Oh, it doesn't get more contentious than this.
Oh, your mum's melons beating down the cauliflower. But that's just because they're powerful melons, and she needed a very flat cauliflower. So she did the old. What was it? There was a. I don't think it was on the program, but I don't know where this was from. But there's that sort of can crushing with your mum's melons. And they sort of crush cans all the time. Well, again, I have to vote for the actual vegetable, but it looks like apple fuck you. Oh no, going a bit twisty. But apple fuck you has won.
That was a slaughter.
I think apple fuck you might win the ultimate prize. Can an apple take on your mum's melons and win? Don't know. I know, fruit v fruit in a vegetable theme. I know. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. But would your mum actually allow you to nail her melons to the wall? But it looks like your mum's melons is superior to apples at the moment.
We have a winner.
And it looks like has beaten us all with his mum's melons.
Let's check out that scoreboard.
Which is a hell of a talent. Forgot about the nailing to the wall part more bit yet. Your mum's melons being nailed to that wall. That's quite something. So, sweet dick. Fuck sweet dick.
And now for
it's
the
like the whole sentence there. Fuck sweet dick. Don't fuck
line
any
bracket.
non-sweet
This
dicks.
bracket will change every single round.
Interesting.
Here's your starting category.
Okay.
Any
Oh
electronic
god, okay.
brand name. Who knows what crazy twists and turns this
I
bracket will
suppose
take.
that's probably one of the easiest to think of, but I don't know if it's going to work for anything else. Plus, it's not funny, it's just technically accurate. which is, I'm an expert at. I'm an expert at being technically accurate, but in no way, shape or form funny.
Time's
Which
running
is
out.
an inconvenience indeed. Oh, we've got Shrushra and Butts. Oh no,
Let's see what we're dealing with.
Butts. I don't think he's got in there, unless it's just got registered. I
Time
don't
to get
know.
in those predictions.
I hope Butts you did get in there, and I think one of the Shruras missed out,
All
but we'll
cash
see.
is doubled this round, so make these choices count.
Yeah. Oh, best. Oh, but but yeah. Okay, it does say up there. Yeah, I think that was probably. I mean, congratulations to the
predictions are
individual
in.
who did a little
Starting
throwback
things
there.
off,
Samsung versus
can't believe I'm
Nokia.
seeing this.
I think Samsung. That would be a terrible
And
planet to be able to
upset
have to declare yourself from, isn't it? Really, though.
Like
Yeah.
falling off a log.
You get to the Federation. Where are you from, Samsung? Oh, does he? No, that's the planet name. Samsung wins. Goes on to the next
Moving on
round.
to our next matchup.
Frigidaire. Or Frigidaire, even. Kittens with nail guns. I mean, again, it's not necessarily funny, but it makes for a damn good planet name.
The lead keeps
I come
changing
from
hands.
Frigidaire. It's bloody cold. Do 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 do.
A real tug
Do
of
do
war
do
here.
do 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 do. 133 coins of some kind. Well done, and predictions as well.
Guessed it.
Oh, blue. Your blue double D double dow, a double D double dow, double D
Let's see
double
what's
dow.
happening over on the other side of the
Okay,
bracket.
so we've got Frigidaire and Samstuck.
This is
And there we go. I mean, I think it's safe to say which one's going to win, but there we go. That was the one I was clapping earlier. The whole name an electronics brand, and someone went Apple, fuck you.
Well, that should fill the empty
Well
void
played.
of your existence for
Well
a while.
played. But we now have a planet potentially being called Apple, fuck you as well. And I actually managed to predict against my own answer, because mine was so wrong. I'm attracted to apples, wink. Apple, fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck you.
A clear favorite.
I suppose we've got to have apples, fuck you, versus apples, fuck me, surely. Fucking me, fucking you. Uh-huh.
War.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Apple, fuck me.
That win was so big you could hear it the next state over.
Oh, that suggests it's a bigger win than Apple, fuck you.
Everyone bets on the favorite and cashes in.
Oh, well played, Mr. Schreurs, the pair of Schreurs.
Let's switch up this
The
bracket.
Schrodinger's pair.
Coolest
don't really
name
want
for
to
a
touch Schrodinger's
robot
pair.
cop. Get those predictions in now.
I mean, a very difficult guess, that one, I think. Although, I've just realised they've changed the prediction again, haven't they? Or changed the topic. Coolest name for robot cop. Samsung. I mean, I still feel like Frigida. Oh, hello! Mr. Romdom. You've just harpooned your way into a new fellow. There was a technical... That's the sort of showbiz version. The other version is thank you for the follow. I do very much appreciate it.
Win for some of our predictors.
Oh no, Blue Fox. You didn't get the correct
One more
predictions.
match to determine our finals.
Racketeering. Apple fuck you versus Apple fuck me. Who can possibly win? Hadouken.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Is it fuck me, fuck you?
Cool, come out
Fuck
on
me,
top.
fuck you, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you, fuck me, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you.
No added salt.
Fuck you. Everybody gets... Oh, I predicted the fuck you.
Money
Excellent.
if you guessed it.
Oh, I'm sorry, sure butts.
And it
You've
all
had
comes down to this.
Schrodinger's pair, and now you've got Schrodinger's butt.
Best name for a new wave band.
Oh, okay,
I hope
interesting.
your answers still make sense.
Oh, I suspect they won't,
And now the final
but it'll be
face-off.
fun finding out. I suppose new wave band, Apple, fuck you. But I do quite like Frigida. I don't know if that was actually a company name or just something made up, but is it an actual
No one thought it would be
an
this
actual
close.
company?
That's how you do it.
I mean, Frigidaire is a real company, it would seem. Don't know whether it's meant to be sort of a spelling alternative,
Let's
but
see who won it all.
who won it all? Oh, no, not me. But I came third. That's surprising. I am lightly surprised that won. Well done, for Apple, fuck you. That was, of course. I think, as I say, well played, whoever put forth Apple, fuck you in the second round there for the electronics products. I salute you, sir, or madam. I salute whoever it was. But well played. Monster 7DS, welcome. GG indeed. Right, I'll tell you what, just in case, again, do people want to do probably one more? Yeah, probably afford one more. And then we'll probably call it quitties. So, yeah, we'll do new players just in case people wanted to leave and join again. I suppose, arguably, I should really be the host, but oh, there we go, excellent. I am still the host. That's marvellous. So we now got me as the big cyborgy robot man. We've got Jer, we've got Blue, we've got Shrrr, we've got Qua, we've got Shrrr the second. We've got Buttmarfuck. Who wants a Buttmarfuck? I don't know, but we're going to get one. We're going to get Buttmarfucked. Buttmerfuck. Fuck mer better. Do you need more buttery fox? Yes, I do. It strikes me as everybody's probably in, but we'll give it a 10 count just in case. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. He's gone German. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we're going. Surprisingly difficult to do a countdown in German, because I'm only used to doing it in ascending order, not a sort of descending. I can imagine you with a nice stash. I mean, I certainly technically have a moustache, but it does flow into a full beard at the moment, because I am incredibly lazy and have not gotten around to actually bothering shaving for quite some time. Bracketeering. I must admit, I do like the aesthetic of this game. The 80s... The 80s style, that sort of cyan and pink, is fantastic.
You gotta think about it. These photo shoots can be very
okay.
expensive. You gotta get your money's worth. Type in a best answer you can think of and hit send. If your answer wins the entire bracket, you'll be rolling in cash. By the way, you can join the audience and play along by going to jackbox.tv and entering the room code.
I could have written that the other way round, and it would have made just as much sense. But we shall see.
Time's running out.
We shall see. Time's running out. Joshua Butt. I sincerely hope Joshua Butt got in. I don't know.
That means it's time to introduce ourselves.
Difficult to know for certain, because some of them look like they do distinctly key in, and sometimes they don't. But it looked like we didn't have any missing answers last time, so I don't know.
Let's dive into our first bracket.
We shall have to see. Fake grass and a top hat. Oh, top hat wins. Top hat has to win, surely. Dog in the top hat. Everybody's got a photo of a dog in the top hat. Oh, good lord, I think top hat has just full on. I wonder if fake grass, you might have to declare yes or no someone. But was fake grass an actual answer from someone, or an answer based on the fact that someone didn't manage to hit submit in time? I don't know. But either way, we definitely had on the stick. It's fantastic. Tap shoes. Tap dancing dog does sound like something quite entertaining, but I feel like kitten on a stick. Kitten on a stick does have quite unfortunate connotations. We'll pretend amongst us, true or otherwise, we'll pretend amongst us that it's meant to be like a fake kitten on a stick. Yeah, you've created a fake-looking kitten and put it on a stick, not a real kitten on a stick, because otherwise that's cruel to the kitten.
Let's see what tensions are mounting.
It's a real kitten on a stick. Okay, I see. I think we've found out what your answer is then, perhaps. Peanut butter? Oh no! Oh, that has connotations. I fear that has many connotations. None of them good connotations. Although it was a traditional method of getting animals' mouths to move up and down. But there's a different connotation out there as well. If you don't know it, I won't ruin your lives. But nonetheless, peanut butter, according to us, is the best one. Long chew toy, big penis shaped bone. Long chew toy. In fairness, they're about the same thing, aren't they? Long chew toy versus big penis shaped bone. Doo-doo. Oh, big penis shaped bone. Yeah. 67%. Rock on, big penis shaped bone. I predicted you correctly. Technically, those are the same indeed.
It's time to make another prediction.
Depends, though. I don't think you'd want your penis chewed on, though.
Hey, you got
I mean, not in a literal sense.
On your device. Predict the one you think is gonna win.
In a sort of euphemistic sense, you would probably want your penis chewed on, but in a quite literal sense, what's the one you can? It's a Nick Helm song. I can't remember which one it is though, which means I can't really sing it. But there's one where he says you can grind your teeth when you give me head. That's the song. That's the line.
An upset in the making.
Looks like fake grass replaced yours. That's where if you didn't quite get in, I'm assuming they did put sort of just a gimme answer of something. But At least that means nobody's fake grass.
This could be the answer to beat, but let's check out the
Oh, Kitten on a Stick replaced yours. Oh shit! I thought Kitten on a Stick. Are you sure? Are you sure? Or are you just saying that because you've suddenly gone, I don't think I should have put Kitten on a Stick? Big penis shaped bone. Excellent.
We've got a winner.
Well done, big penis shaped bone. Well done. I think that was my prediction. Yeah, I was going to say it was my prediction. Excellent. It's what we like to see.
And now we
A
finally
big
decide
penis shaped
what is
bone.
the best prop to bring to an expensive photo shoot for
golly.
a dog.
Oh, top hat versus big penis shaped bone. Oh. Top hat's doing well. Top hat's doing well. Top hat's doing very well. Yours was going to be another dog. That's a good idea.
First winner.
Oh, top hat. Earn. And he drove the fastest milk cut in the West.
That was
They called him
one hell of a bracket.
Arnie.
Let's see how the scores shook out.
Well done, top hat. Well done. Me in one. Excellent. I was a penis-shaped bone. I was a big penis-shaped bone. Sorry. I apologise.
It's time for the
blind bracket. Okay.
We'll start with just the category.
These later ones get quite interesting.
Any small
Oh, dear.
object. Go ahead and write the
Oh.
first thing that comes to mind. We'll see the real bracket title after the answers are all in.
I do get the impression, but just for anybody, that timer is going to be inaccurate, so you want to be fairly rapid and get in there quick, get it ticked, get it done.
Time's running out.
Simply because there's going to be a delay, and it's probably going to be slightly extended delay because of the fact that we're sort of 2.5 hours into the stream. The delay is going to be even more severe, so
Let's
you're
see
probably
what this
looking at
bracket
about
is really about.
bare minimum. You're looking at
Must be
a
willing
good
to
couple of
smuggle in your
seconds,
butt
if
if you
not
had to
5
smuggle
to
something.
6,
I
7.
feel like this question is the whole reason this
I think
game
you'd be most
exists.
willing to smuggle in your
Time to
butt.
get those predictions.
Sorry, that was a little bit loud. But yeah, just this is I know which answer is mine.
The predictions are in.
And it's making me giggle like a fucking
Let's see
child.
our first matchup.
What the duck? Oh wow, a book of
Answers
stamps.
exchanged some harsh words
Cock
at
my
close
dick.
quarters.
I mean, it was inevitable. When it said small object, you just knew there was going to be dicks
The
everywhere.
struggle is real.
And then it somehow managed to make it so much better by allowing you to smuggle dick and cock in your butt. How much dick and how much cock can you smuggle in your butt? The question for the century. Oh, this is magnificent.
There's cash if you predicted
Oh, I'm
this
sorry. The Schra twins. I'm sorry. A CD is not small. Not when smuggling it in the butt, no.
one. Oh, it doesn't get more
Condom,
pretentious
because you've
than
got a
this.
small dick. A salad fork, no. Oh no, you would not want that. You would not want salad
Changing
fork.
hands.
A sugar packet, that sounds like it'd be relatively easy.
That could have gone either way.
But there you go, condom because you got a small dick. I love the fact that that's now I think 4 penis jokes already.
Why don't we see what's
Yeah.
going on the
Yeah,
other
there was
side
2
of the
penis
bracket.
jokes in the first bracket, 2 in the second.
This is one for the ages.
There's a fifth. There's a fifth penis. In fact, I feel like we've seen literally my penis ... twice. I might be wrong, but I swear that was in the third one as well, in the second bracket as well.
What an upset.
A goldfish. No. I thought my penis was a guarantee there.
Round out the bracket with this vicious matchup.
Not my penis, lol. There we go. Someone's gone the opposite direction, but it is more penises. If we had a 4-way penis off, that would be quite something. Penny would be good, unless you're talking about a girl called Penny, in which case that's different. I think it'd be quite dope. Not my penis has managed to get all of the votes. 100% of the votes. That is quite
Looks like
impressive.
this one was obvious.
Not my penis. It's very impressiss.
Before we get on to round 2, it's time to make another.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I see. Someone said my penis, and I said my penis ... So Congratulations, fellow my penis. You went for exactly the same answer as I did. And unfortunately, we both got outshone by other penis-based jokes.
Former teammates, will these two answers be able to stay focused on the matchup?
I think I like the simplicity of my dick. It's slightly overcomplicated condom because you've got a small dick. There's a simplicity to my dick that I think is appreciated.
That battle gave me whiplash.
Oh, fuck qua.
Money, if you guessed it.
But unfortunately, just remember.
The finals are just a win away from these next two answers.
A goldfish, not my penis. I feel like we've got to have a my dick and not my penis off in the end. What will win, a penis or not my penis? It's a shame, actually, it's not literally my penis versus not my penis, because that would be quite the showdown. But it's at least got the vibe. It's at least got the vibe. We've got vibes of not my penis versus my dick. Is it my dick? Is it my... Would you be willing to smuggle my dick? Or would you be unwilling to smuggle my dick? That's basically what we're saying here.
Could this be a blowout?
Oh, I mean, if we're lucky, it'll be a blowout of my dick. But I don't know whether that's before or after the smuggling. But nonetheless,
This one seems like
I think it is safe to say 8 people there, I think. I think that was 8 people. 70... I missed the percentage, that's a shame. But most people are willing to smuggle my dick in their butt.
Let's go back to that scoreboard.
Which I think is magnificent to know. And I appreciate that. I appreciate people realising that. I'm in 3rd place again. I mean, not bad, but not great. But well done, Butt. Oh, button up! That was not your penis. I'm assuming butt is button up. I can't say for absolute certain. Okay, this triple threat is quite funny.
Round. Let's start with a category.
Okay, what we got?
Name any store or recognizable restaurant.
Okay, interesting.
Who knows what crazy twists and turns this bracket will take?
Let's try that, because that might be funny. It might not be. It's accurate, it just might not be funny. Which again is kind of my thing. I'm accurate, but not incredibly funny. I do lots of accurate things, but I don't do them in a funny way. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think we all got in. Marvellous. Well done.
Best place for teens to loiter in if they have no other choices in their sad small town.
The answer still at least makes sense.
Predictions.
Again, not funny, but it makes sense.
All cash is doubled this round, so make these choices count.
Target my dick. Excellent. Well done. Although, again, I've just given away some answers, but still. It's
The
fine.
predictions are in.
It won't make much difference in the
Let's start
long
with a
run, I
bang.
would not have thought. It's just early spoilers.
This
What is
matchup
with
was
people and
bound to
kittens?
happen.
I don't know. I don't know which one has a kitten involved, but clearly there are people with kitten issues. And I don't mean that they've stuck their feet in kittens and made kitteny shoes. I mean they've got
This
kitten
one's looking
issues.
over.
Target my dick.
Clear winner there.
All the teens definitely want to target my dick because that's the way
We have a
these
few
things go.
lucky
Sorry,
winners.
Blue. You were too innocent on this occasion, unless you were
Moving on to
targeting
our
your fat
next
fingers.
matchup. These answers faced off last year, but will the results be the same?
Looking for a lawsuit. IKEA, KFC, BJ's, Taco Bell. Is BJ's an actual place? It wouldn't surprise me. Some bloke called, I don't know, Barry Jacobson went, no, it's got to be called BJ's. Look, I am BJ. I've named my son Barry Jacobson Jr. So he's a BJ. Oh, we got double McDonald's. We got double McDonald's. The one with the clown. In fact, then we've got triple McDonald's. I've just realised. It's a bit like there's a beautiful gag from Alan Davies in his stand-up Life is Pain, I think it's called, yeah. Where he discusses a fellow whose name was Shattins, and he decided to open a clothing store. So it was a clothing store called Shattins, and he had to get all of his stuff from Shattins. And it's like, wow, okay. looks like Kentucky Fried Kittens is taking the win. People apparently really enjoy the idea of frying up a kitten in the Kentucky spices. His 7 herbs and spices will go beautifully with kitten flesh. It's because it's so tender. That's the key thing. Because they're young and they're tender. It's like the difference between mutton and lamb. You don't want the old cat, you want the fine young kitten, mate. It's Kentucky Fried Children. Ah, of course. Discovered is actually a drug front. Okay. Oh dear. That has twisted it quite substantially, hasn't it? I fear for any actual brands that have managed to stay in the game. IKEA, are you really hiding drugs in your meatballs? I feel like you might be hiding drugs in your meatballs, but then again, it looks like Target My Dick is the more likely. They saw my dick and they decided to target it for a drug raid, and they discovered it was in fact a drug front. I thought that was 111% for a moment, but it's 111 coins for the sake of winning 50-odd%. But Target My Dick does come forth, which I suppose arguably it would have to, wouldn't it? The one with the clown versus Kentucky Fried Kittens. Are we one with the clown? Are we down with the clown? Or are we down with the kittens? Going in the fryer. No, the kittens did not get in the fryer. But the clown has been discovered to be a drug mule. I suppose arguably it's all those pockets and giant shoes. Very useful for smuggling drugs.
One last switch.
Most likely to discover... Oh no, there we go.
Recently thought caveman should go.
Oh.
I hope your answers still make sense.
Should the caveman target my dick?
Definitive matchup.
Or should the caveman head towards the clown? I don't know. Oh. I feel like he should perhaps be one with the clown. All cavemen should go one with the clown. No. The first thing all cavemen should do is target my dick. Come forth, caveman. Target my dick. Come into the session.
But who walked away with the top score?
My dick. Bracketeering. Fuck butts. And shrrr. Fuck butt shrrr. Well done. Well done, fuck butts. My hot dick. And well done, Butters, with his Kentucky Fried Kittens. I see. So, Butt who decided that Kentucky Fried Kittens should be a thing. Okay, I must admit, I don't know. I see, by fuck you, XD. My dick by fuck you. Who wants to get a fuck you dick? Do. I'm going to have a quick butchers, see what other games are on there. Yes, I do want to exit. We want to go back one. Because there's one, there's Survive the Internet. I don't know what Survive the Internet is. Fibbage, I think, is better if it's all people you know. Monster Dating, I think, again, is slightly better if it's people you know. But it is an interesting idea. Yeah, try to hide your secret monster powers. That could work. 3 to 7 players, though, so we'd have to drop a few. 3 to 8 players there. Survive the Internet. Log on and strap in. It's survival of the funniest as you playfully take your friends out of context across the World Wide Web. That, again, will be dropping a player, I'm afraid. So I'll tell you what, I'll make sure I get in there quickly. But we'll try Survive the Internet. Come in. There we go. We'll try Survive the Internet and see what happens. Probably terrible things involving someone's penis. But nonetheless, we'll have a go. I think we'll probably be fine. Yeah, that's all good. The settings should be fine. The default settings should usually be quite fine. But I do like the aesthetic of this one. Is that right? Excellent. That is the correct one. So I'm in. And now it might be a scramble. If there are still 9 people here, it may be a bit of a scramble, so please do scramble, scramble, scramble. Welcome, Mr. Blue Boosh. Welcome, Mr. Room Doom. Welcome, Buttfucks. Everybody, buttfuck. All of you and your buttfucks. Do 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 do. Diddle dee 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 dee. That's a Q, a H, a W, and a T. My fat mum. I'm sorry. So, Mr. Romdom, but fuck my fat mum. Let us hope Mr. Romdom is up for butt fucking your fat mum. Welcome, Ava and Quacker. And Shrek's Quacker. Shrek's Poo is here. We'll give it a 10 count, and then there can be audience members as well. But that is up to anybody left over. A 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and indeed a 1. And we shall have a crack and find out what the hell this is all about.
Full boat here. I hope my computer can handle this.
Oh,
Don't
let's hope
forget
so.
You can join the audience at any time.
Yeah, I
Your
encourage that
oxygen
as well, I
tank
suppose.
because we're going to explore cyberspace.
Okay. There's a cat playing a piano. It's a really quite nice low poly aesthetic, this one. I mean, all the Jax games, I suppose, have a
I'm
quite
Todd,
nice
and I hate
aesthetic.
to rehash an old debate, but I think the color of the dress is gold. Here's a quick but skippable tutorial.
Well,
Hey
I
guys,
need the
what's up?
tutorial.
It's Party Boy 7 here to teach you how to play Survive the Internet. So in each round, you'll get a prompt on your device. Go ahead and answer it. Those responses will then be sent to another player. The objective is to twist these words in the most ridiculous way possible. So if my friend Paul said selfie sticks are, quote, super dumb, then I would take him out of context. Say we're on a news site. Their super dumb would be an outrageous comment to what headline? Oh, I got it. Everybody then votes on whose comment looks the most absurd. I get rewarded for writing the twist, and Paul gets some pity points for looking foolish. The person with the most points at the end of the game wins. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please.
This
I feel
this
so
has
empty
potential,
inside.
doesn't it?
Let's start
This
things
has
off
potential
at,
to go horribly wrong.
E-commerce site.
Okay, bubble wrap. I don't care for the taste. No, I don't, in fairness.
Okay, you're getting a prompt on your device. Don't overthink your response. Just follow your gut.
Got a few more people to do the topping. Now 2 more people to do the topping. Once again, I would make sure you get in, just in case of delay. So just make sure you're sort of, once it says about 10 seconds remaining, I'd say try and make sure you're in. You'll have a little bit of leeway, but not a lot at that point.
Another
Okay.
player's comment has been sent to your device. Twist their words in the funniest way possible.
Okay, interesting. I don't have anything. Oh shit. Oh shitty shit. Again, not hilarious, but something, and that's sometimes that's all you can get. I'm relying on everybody else to be funny. That's the crucial detail. There you go. It's taking all the pressure off of me and put it all into your hands. You have to be hilarious. I'm afraid that's just fact. I think it's Mr. Blue Boosh. Oh, Mr. Blue Boosh. There we go.
Do you regret your decisions?
I
It's too late now.
always, but that's just life, isn't it? So, what is green, healthy, and disgusting? McDonald's tender kitten thighs in light barbecue sauce with an apple. Green, healthy, and disgusting. You've managed to twist it into something better. BBC for life. Old, exciting, and tastes great. Excellent. small green trees. Big orange tree growing kit. Well done. Beautiful job there. It was just a short vid about cats. Fried kittens. Again, magnificent. We're back to frying kittens. They are sweet and delicious. Sour and yuck. I mean, it's simple but effective. Simple but effective. Hello, I was staying at your beautiful Airbnb when I found little bugs flying everywhere. The Bug Attractor Plus. Thank you. Thank you for the Bug Attractor Plus. The driver looked like Beetlejuice and Nicky Cardo had a child. Uber porn. That's a good combo. Well played. Someone got head. Only if it's the head of my dick. It makes sense. There we go.
Vote for the comment you think looks the worst in this context. I mean, I know who I'd vote for, but it's up to you.
Who looks worse, I suppose. I don't know. I'm just going to vote for the one that made me laugh the most, I think. But which one? I think that one made me chuckle. I think it's just... it's just so terrible.
And here are the results.
Here are the results. Oh, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Uber porn. That was the one I was torn between. I went for fried kittens.
They get some points.
It was a short video about cats.
And you, the
It sounds so innocently perfect. It was a short video about cats.
You look foolish.
Not mentioning the fact that they're frying cats, no. But well done, Mr. Romdom, and well done, Mr. Quacker. You created the ultimate
Let's see where
combo.
everyone stands at the moment.
Oof! I am at the bottom. I am disappointed. In myself
Okay,
more
let's
than
move
others.
on. Let's go to a video site.
Okay. Panda giving birth. Jealous.
Your second prompt is being sent to your device. Please answer it.
I mean, I think that's going to be nicely twistable, perhaps. Accurate and nicely twistable. So I think we've got the best of both worlds with that answer. We'll see. We shall have to wait and see what is to be done with it. 2 more people, do be quick. You've not got a lot of time. Hey, excellent. Everybody's in. Survive
Here's
the
your
internet.
plan. Now mold it into something beautiful.
There we go. I think that will suffice. Again, it's not going to be the most hilarious thing, but gets the job done, doesn't it? Yeah. I mentioned the rude word, so I think that'll do, won't it? Sometimes, if you can't think of anything hilarious, just go lowest common denominator, and usually that's filth. And if there is anything we do here, it is absolute filth peddling, which I think is quite nice, really, isn't it? We've got another 2 people. Oh, hey, there we go.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I do. Oh, I try to encourage it to leave by blowing or sweeping with my hand. Head. Simple and effective. It should be compulsory at Christmas. More sex and cocaine in winter. That's a good combo. I like that one. That might have my vote at the end. Suck my cock, road rage, make me horny. I love my mum. I mean, there's the definite contradiction between those. But oddly feels real, that one. That felt too real. Eat mealworms. I just wish it was full fat. I think they might be. Full of protein at the very least. Modelling glue and reasons not to eat the glue unless you're a filthy dirt burglar. I love to eat hot glue. Interesting. Fair enough. Just don't answer. First kid with cancer, COVID and constipation. Just don't answer. No, don't answer it when he comes around. Long juicy green. Incredible Hulk reveals penis. Sex clips are the best. Child is here. Well played. Well played. That's quite good. But I think...
Vote for the comment you think looks the most absurd.
It's difficult. Ugh. I think that one sort of made me... No, I think that one's the one for me.
Points.
Oh, Incredible Hulk reveals penis. And that was mine. Well,
You dolt.
excellent. Marvellous. As specified,
Let's
sometimes
see what that round does.
lowest common denominator. Penis wins. But yeah, this is quite a nice one. This is what this must be your wheelhouse, really, Blue Bush, because you've done this online on Facebook, haven't you? This exact sort of idea.
Another prompt is headed your way. Now get to it.
Okay, again, I think it's interesting. I think they work best, perhaps, if you keep them sort of slightly vague, but not... I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting idea. I like it. I'm enjoying this. It's quite entertaining. Let's see what we've got. The world is going in the bin now. That's a nice animation. Again, I refer to the fact that all of this Jackbox seems to be quite nice aesthetics, and they do seem to bring together weird and wonderful aesthetics for all the different games, but that one's particularly nice.
You know the drill.
Okay, interesting. I feel like that's a little bit too wordy, I think, personally. And I know I'm the one who wrote it, so why did you make it so wordy? But I don't know. So, as I say, it's one of those things where sometimes you've got to go with your instincts and hope for the best. But as I say, I think that one felt too wordy, but sort of works. Just a bit on the wordy side.
Let's see how this pans out.
Terribly, I imagine. I dislike them as they mean the start of misery. A Porsche! Oh. Oof. Actually, no, that's good. Just realised I got that the wrong way round. Injectacum, a new sperm needle-based sperm delivery system. Smelly, sticky, and gets under your skin. Baguette. Okay, simple answer. A new type of French bread. Just need a name. Baguette? I like that one, it's clever. I enjoy that. Fucking idiots. Hope they kill each other. Lol, Murderborn. Okay, that's quite good. It's a good combo. Why don't they take night news about sex too? It's too inappropriate. Ooh. Skinny. Give and get head to the homeless. You're killing me, Smalls. Help little kittens with testicular cancer. Just send $200. You're killing me, Smalls. Sex with your mom. Buy one, get one. You might have that. I'm not gonna lie. You might have that.
Go ahead and vote.
Oh,
I'll give you a sticker afterwards.
I do like that one. I do like that one as well. Oh no, I think I've got to give it to the buy one get one free. And that's the one that won. Yeah, well done, Quacker. That was a good answer to that one. Buy one get one free. Sex with your mum. Does bring about an odd image to the brain,
Scoreboard
though, doesn't it?
time.
I suppose it's just two lots of sex with your mum, not two mums in the sex.
And our last stop of the game will be at
Photo sharing.
site.
Oh dear.
The points are worth double this round, so literally anything can happen.
Oh, okay, interesting. So how's this going to work? Because there's no. Do we have to choose a photo now?
All right, here's your last round.
Oh, interesting.
You know
Okay.
what to do.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that one. This is slightly different. I don't know what to expect now. Let us see. We have one more person choosing their answers. I can't remember which the username was, I'm afraid. Oh wait, it was your fat mum, because it was Mr. Rondon, but fuck your mum. So do try to be quick. You've not got a lot of time. In fact, the fact that I've said this probably means you've got no time, because it's probably run out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, it's the last
Okay,
round. Go for the nuclear option if you have to.
Oh, I mean, that's not a good photo. I don't need this photo. It'll do. It'll do. And it steers it away from... if I've got the right place, of course. I might not. Might be getting confused. In fact, I think I might have been getting confused. Maybe it's not where I thought it was. Oh well, never mind. Nonetheless, I think it's an amusing comment that will make someone look like a dumb. But of course, it does rather suggest that someone is trying to make me look like a dumb, and that I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate looking like a dumb, or rather, I don't appreciate other people making me look like a dumb, because I can do that by myself. I'm exceptionally good at that. So 10-9. Oh no. Oh no. Get your answers in. Oh no. Well done, buttfuck. Oh.
Okay, let's see.
Difficult enough. You got in right at the last second there, or not. Okay. I've turned my trousers into a better tent than this. I have. I've got fucking enormous trousers. It's very easy. You go down one seam. Go horse, get pregnant. I hope not. I mean, if it's a female horse, if it's a mare, it could get pregnant. Mr. Rondon, you enjoyed the ice cream factory, did you? That's one hell of an ice cream factory. I don't think you've understood where that is. Free feet pictures. Yep. Excellent. Well done. Oh, look, they're only getting... Mummy just being really silly. I mean, I am astonished no one took the opportunity to do something to do with fried kittens there. I maybe hide the evidence the best way, just eat the body. Well played, whoever wrote that answer. Well played. That's a good one. The Eiffel Tower. Please help me. Please help me. Help you in what way? What way do you need help? Does the Eiffel Tower need help? Oh. That's something. That is something.
Okay, go ahead and cast those ballots.
I think it's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be that one. Got to be that one. It makes the most sense. Well, I mean, a lot of them make quite a lot of sense, but that one I think made me chuckle the most, and probably made someone look the worst. Do 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 do. Ba-bum.
Let's see who got the votes.
I was going to say, who survived the internet? Oh, wish me luck. Yes, I can understand how that one. It's dark, but still kind of funny.
Good grief.
Well done, Mr. Rum-Dum. Well done. Do.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, he's gone storming ahead. I suppose that was the last round with double points, so yeah, storming ahead, sir. Well done. Hi, I'm Mark. Would you like to view the game gallery and share it with your friends? Not really.
did something there.
Yeah, gone straight to hell. Well done. Well done, game. Well done. Well, there we go. Congratulations, Mr. Rum-Dum. You are the winner, and you went straight to hell. You had fun. Most time spent writing. There's a double lull on the screen. Weirdly, he looked so in place on that occasion, didn't he? With the background there. Anyway, there we go. I think we have had a fair few Jackbox games, and they were rather entertaining. Do you know what? Let's do one more, because let's try Monster Seeking Monster. As I say, I know fibbage requires a certain amount of sort of like, that needs people you know well. This one might get weird, but let's see what happens. It might get weird. Anyway, let's cut that, and then I'll do some settings and figure it out. I keep going into the settings just in case, but to be honest, I just keep leaving it as the basic settings because they are fine. Connect into the Jackbox game. Oh, I see. Yeah, I forgot to turn it off early, but never mind. And there we go. Oh, I can select a person, is this correct? Oh, right, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Oh, there we go, yes, I'll select that man there. And now let's put it on the screen. It's J-Nup. Have you got the J-Nups? But I truth be told, I don't know precisely how well this one's going to work with a bunch of strangers. But we shall see. It's something to do with being monsters and trying to get a date, but trying to hide the fact that you're a monster whilst trying to use different things. It'll be an interesting one. It'll be weird. Anyway, looks like we've got all of the players, and everybody's chosen a portrait, so everybody's in. Feel free. I don't actually think there's an audience in this one, so I apologise if there was anybody left out there.
Thanks for visiting Monster Seeking Monster. I'm your hostess, Felicia Pitweller. I'll be hosting 6 nights of
definitely need a
flirting,
tutorial on this one because I have literally no.
Well,
I have a vague.
By sending them secret
vague
messages.
recollection.
Each night, you'll chat with other players before locking in the one person you want to date that night. If that person picks you back, you go on a date and both earn a heart. At the end of the game, the monster with the most hearts wins, unless something weird happens. Did I mention you're all secretly monsters? Check your devices now to see your secret powers and how you can earn bonus hearts.
This might be a bit complicated.
This is going to be so
And possibly
much
need
fun.
more
And in no way
voice
gross
chat,
or weird.
which I don't have at the moment. But we'll see how it plays out.
Let's start by chatting with other players and trying to set up dates. You can only send 4 messages each night, so use them wisely.
Okay, interesting. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. I'm now actually making them slightly more sort of suggestive there.
Did I mention that your secret conversations might be seen by everyone during the dates?
Oh.
Bad.
Never mind. Fine. Do. There we go. Excellent. I have one message left to send. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so I've got no messages left to send. I think that means we just wait for the timer. And wait for anybody else to be sending their messages, of course. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Only 20 seconds left. Get those messages in quick.
Get those messages in real quick. Oh yeah. And try and get your messages all around. Can you get a date tonight? Oh yeah.
Now, on your device, pick the one person you hope you're going on a date with tonight.
I trust you.
Oh, I can't watch. I'm closing my 29 eyes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. I think I've chosen. Oh yeah, date chosen. Excellent. There we go. Do-do-do-do.
Okay, let's
Monster
see who everyone wanted a
seeking
date.
monsters.
And if you don't get a date, don't worry. This is just the first night.
Oh, nice throw, Daddy. It's real. I'm gonna get down with that. I'll make you squirrel tonight then. My stash can handle it. Oh, rejection though.
Stay right there.
Y'all
There's
tried
more.
so hard and it just didn't happen. Let's hook up. Pick me. Oh!
You thought that
How could you say
message
no?
was going to work, huh?
You swine. Sir, you swine. Fuck you, Apple. I'll fuck your Apple. Raunchy. But fuck me and you. Oh, well done. The apple and butt fuck.
And this
Together
means
again.
rejection.
Oh
They're
no!
really hard over there.
Blue, you've been denied. Denied. Pig asked out to your mum. Hey, hey, Bubba Grill. I have have 1 cent. Oh my god, rich daddy. I'm a 69 RL. A match again. Very well done.
Wow, what an exciting first
Diddly-dee.
night. This event is about fun and not about winning and losing. But let's see who's winning and who's losing. It looks like you are currently doing the best. And
Oh, well done,
you're
Bubba.
temporarily in last place.
Oh dear.
A quick word of warning.
Blue Bush, you
Whoever
should have
is
chosen
in the top
me.
spot at the end of the second night of dates will have their monster power revealed. And
Ah.
every night after that, we'll do the same for the highest ranking unrevealed monster.
Oh, I see.
Oh, just an
Oh,
FYI,
interesting.
there's a full moon out tonight. Maybe that affects you. Probably it doesn't.
Oh.
You can double check your monster ID if you can't remember.
Okay. How fascinating. There's a full moon. Doth that mean anything
No,
for
Let's
anybody?
just jump into sending out those messages. Hey, if you need to block another player from messaging you, when you hit the info button on their chat screen, you can also find a block button, so you won't see their messages.
Damn it. Spell things correctly. I insist. I demand it. And that's aimed at me.
Just 20 more seconds.
I think I've got 1 message left. Oh.
Oh, sorry. Time's up.
Yeah, here we go.
All right, it's time
God
to
damn
pick
it.
dates again.
Ah.
So, did we learn any useful life lessons the first night?
Okay.
We'll find out.
Don't know. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Been chatting up a couple of people and, you know, Who do I choose? Buttfuck was nice. Let's do it again. 28th floor, room 15. Do it, Daddy. Oh no! Buttfuck!
Stick around. There's another one for you.
Oh, buttfuck! How about tonight? I'm sorry, the apple took me in the night. But yes, tonight I'm yours. Ooh, ooh, hot, can't wait. You matched! Well done. Off you go. Don't be a pig. Please don't be a pig. Be my pig. I want to make you squeal. Yeah, gotta make you squeal, boy. Excellent, I got a date. Your bummer versus your mum. I'm your secret admirer. Love the hair. Thanks, I love the stash. Thanks, Daddy. Want me to whip you with mine? Of course. Oh, you've got a date as well. It's going swimmingly now. We're all dating like troopers.
Let's see if that changed any of the standings.
Okay.
Oh, fun. Things are happening.
So theoretically, I'll have to have a look. I'm assuming we know
the highest ranking
Butt-fucking Pig's monster
will
now.
have their
Is that correct?
identity revealed. You're at the top. Let's take a peek at your monster identity.
Ah, you're your bummer. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is the monster, right? Oh, he's a monster hunter. Jesus. Okay, that's not
At the
good.
end of the game, the monster hunter gets a bonus heart for every time they date the monster type they've secretly been told to hunt.
Oh, golly.
You can read that again whenever you
Interesting.
want on your device by hitting the info button on their chat screen. The same goes for any monster after they're
Oh,
revealed.
do we have to be careful of buttfuck now? We now know he's a monster hunter. I fear the buttfucking. Do.
Message time.
Okay.
Oh, a quick word of advice. Sending multiple messages to a player is a good way to let them know you're serious about dating.
What messages have I got? Oh, one message. It's an interesting notion. I don't even know what that means.
20-second warning.
Oh no, I'm out of messages. I'm out of massages, which is more of a pity. Okay. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. I know I'm giving information away again, but
Time's up.
hey, it's fine.
Once again, it's time to pick your date. This is my favorite
I
part.
wonder if buttfuck is gonna be out of luck. Out of luck with the buttfuck. If everybody realised how much of a monster hunter he is, we can't go near the man.
Hey, I know, it's hard to choose. Let's see those dates.
Okay, Blue Bush wants to date me. How very convenient. Hey, you think he's fine by me? Excellent.
Wait.
Oh.
Looks like someone had the same idea. Let's see what happens.
Buttfuck. No. No
That's not
buttfuck.
good news for you, sorry.
You did not have this, buttfuck. You had your opportunity, buttfuck, and then you turned out to be a monster hunter. Your bummer and your mama. Round 2. Alright, let's get funky. Let's get it. Oh
Wait.
yeah.
A late arriving
Apples.
dinner approaches. Let's see.
Apples have arrived. Rejection. Did Apples get in there? Oh, Apples has stolen your mum. Yes. Apple stole your mum. He offered her a damn computer. An Apple Mac.
We already know how this will go.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry, Pig. I already claimed Blue Bush. He's mine. I wrote my name upon his backside.
Ooh, things are moving.
Oh my.
You're
Apparently I am very
unrevealed
good.
player, so let's see it.
Oh, I am a dirty witch.
The witch takes a hair from each new player they date. When
Yeah,
revealed,
I've got
which is
two,
right now,
I
the
think.
witch receives
I think I
one
managed to get
bonus
two
heart
of
for
your
every hair
hairs.
collected.
Yeah,
And don't worry,
got it.
the witch won't collect any more hairs now that they're revealed.
Nah.
Or if they do, it's for their own weird personal use.
Then your hair is forfeit. Because I need the hair. I hair collected piggy hair and blue bush hair. What will I do with my piggy blue bush hairs? You don't want to know. They're in a locket right now. Excellent.
Get to messaging.
Okay. Then, I don't know. I suppose I just need hearts.
Only 20 seconds left.
I haven't got enough sentence space. I haven't got anything clever. Leave me.
Oh, sorry.
I have no
Time's
clever.
up. All right, it's time
Okay.
to pick dates again.
Hey.
I'm keeping my mandibles crossed for everyone to do well.
Oh, okay. Do I believe you? Oh, yes. Go on. I will
It's date
I
time.
believe in you. Sponsored by Sinister Suitors. Pig in the bush.
Wait. Someone's lining up hoping to be next. Let's see how this works out.
Oh, you diddled
That's
me.
kind of awkward for you, huh?
You piggy bush. The piggy bush diddle. I'm now just alone. You want some butt fuck? Say less. I mean, well played. Say less. Yep, that's the date for me. Round 2. Bet. Pull up Rome. 69. I'll bring Chile. Well, the entire country. Just bring the entire country of Chile. Are we going to get another reveal?
Change the social pecking order.
No, I think it did.
Well.
Oh, apart from the fact that I am still technically in the lead.
Okay, let's
I
see
think
your
pig gets
secret.
revealed, yeah. How appropriate if it was a pig man. Oh, it's the werewolf. So I'm assuming you did something on the moon.
Werewolves get a bonus heart for dating,
Oh.
and then turn their dates into a werewolf. But
Oh.
if a werewolf is rejected on a full moon, they lose half a heart.
I can't remember what happened to pig on the full moon. Oh shit! I might have pigged on a full moon. No, I think I blue booshed on a full moon.
Keep your eye on
Oh, it's
that
now a full moon. Well, pig, I'm sorry. You got shat on by the game.
Each time.
No hope for pig on the full moon now, surely. Do. Again, oddly suggestive. I'm playing it coy in a sexual sort of way. God, I haven't got any. Oh, hello.
20 seconds and counting.
No, you're rejected. No, you're not. I cannot have anything to do with you.
Okay, time's up.
Okay.
Once again,
I
it's
wasted
time
some
to pick your
options
date.
there. Ah,
Ooh, I've got butterflies in my stomach.
can't imagine anybody's going to give me a
Literally,
date.
A lot of butterflies.
Okay, I'll try you. Don't let me
Okay,
down.
Let's see 'em.
I need you. But you never responded. Please don't. I know how to get real. Was that? I'm assuming that was real
Uh-oh,
groovy,
the
but
werewolf got
I read
rejected
that
on
as
a
real
full moon.
gravy. I know how to get real gravy. Ew,
know
I
yet.
know how to
There's
get real
more.
gravy for you. Oh, Apple. I didn't think so, Apple. You didn't respond. You didn't respond to me. Stick your chance up. I love you. I mean, I love the effort.
there,
I love the
there's more.
line. It's beautiful. Butt fucking your bomber. Round 2. Go for it. All night long. It's about to get wicked, boy. Oh, you two, perfect match. Oh, swines. Blue Boo shafts out your mum. Bet, want to ride? Is it sticky enough? Yeah. Room 46, bring food. Pizza and cake okay? Oh, apparently pizza and cake is more than okay. Because your mum loves pizza and cake. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let's see if that changed any of the standings.
Oh, I think it does, yeah.
Definitely saw some movement.
But
in
fuck.
there.
Really going in there.
Let's see what you
Apple. What are you, Apple? Oh,
Serial killer.
oh damn straight.
The serial killer steals 2 hearts from a player the second time they date each other. From my experience, it's safe to date a serial
See.
killer at least once.
Yes. No wonder you besmirched my honour and never
It's our
wrote
last
me
night together.
back.
Make it count.
You were
and
trying to
you
get a
get
second
2 hearts
date.
for dating tonight instead of 1 because it's such a special night. Not to mention there's a full moon out too.
Oh, I feel sorry for Pig again. I feel like it's going to be difficult. Although, maybe there's strategy in there. Maybe there's strategy in there. The song is fantastic, man.
For me too. The last chance. Let's make some trouble. 'Cause you know now all the points are double.
I'll save a couple of messages. I think my witchiness has burnt some bridges. Or I've burnt the bridges by
We're down to 20 seconds.
being disgusted by people. I feel like this is my real dating scene.
Oh,
being left out in the
sorry,
cold.
Time's up.
All of you are
All
hooking
right,
up and
it's
I've been
time
left
to
out in the
date
cold.
again.
Even a witch needs
If I
loving,
had real human
baby.
emotions, I'd really be feeling them right now.
Tell you what, I'll take a chance.
Time to see the dates.
Maybe you've gotten desperate. I want to be a werewolf. No. Pig in a butt fuck. That's gonna say, buttfuck didn't want no
Afraid to
werewolf.
Uh-oh, the werewolf got rejected on a full moon.
Oh damn!
Stick around, there's another one for
see.
you.
I could have been your werewolf, baby. I could have bitten away the darkest days. Do it raw this time. I'm ready. You too. You're loving it. You're on the love fest, love train. You're on the love roller coaster. Round 3, 2, you're hot. Okay, Daddy, bring food and beer again. Do it all night long. Oh no!
Don't go yet.
Sounded like it was going so well. Oh, I love your throw. Let's just try one day. I love the mask. Make it special, Daddy. I'll customize it just for you. Oh, the red is an impressive animation extra.
Let's see the almost final standings.
Oh, almost final. Intriguing. I suppose are there bonus points
One
for
last
different
thing.
species on
Time
them?
for the after party. Time to
Oh.
reveal any remaining hidden monster powers.
Yes.
Time for another reveal.
Your bummer. What are you? The ghost. Vengeful ghost, in fact.
The Vengeful Ghost starts the game with a bonus heart. When the Vengeful Ghost asks someone on a date and gets rejected, that person loses a heart.
Ooh. Interesting.
Everyone who dates an unrevealed leprechaun gets 2 fake hearts. When the leprechaun is revealed, that's right now,
Interesting.
all the fake hearts disappear. At this point, leprechauns get 1 bonus heart for every player that drops in the rankings.
I think you got a lot of that, didn't you?
Bonus hearts for the leprechaun for players dropping in the rankings.
Oh, I think you played us real good, you leprechaun-y bastard. Ah, top of the morning to you, you bastard. Oh, what's the
Everyone
vampire
a
do?
vampire dates becomes a vampire, and then so do the people they date. At the end, this vampire receives half
Intriguing.
a bonus heart
I
for
don't think I
every
touched you,
vampire
Mum.
in the game. Time to tally up and
Oh,
after
Blue
party bonus
Bush.
hearts.
Blue
Who was the
Bush, you
monster
got
hunter hunting
right
this
in there,
whole
I think.
time?
Oh,
The
yeah.
vampire, who they never did successfully date.
no.
Sorry, Monster Hunter. Let's see if
Oh.
anybody became a werewolf.
Oh, I did.
No bonus hearts for that. I just like to know who's a werewolf.
Oh, I
Let's see
forgot I
how
dated you at
many
the
of you were
beginning.
turned into vampires. Every single one of you.
Whoa, well played, your mum. So yes, I would have dated your mum.
How does that affect the
Damn.
final standing?
Oh, top of the morning to you. I fucked you all. I fucked you all real good. With my little leprechaun penis. Going in and out, in and out, in and out. But well played. A total of 10 fake hearts. You tricked 5 players. Inflicted 2 lost hearts of damage on players who scorned them. And tracked a vampire all game, but never did manage to date them. Oh, you just couldn't get in with the vampire. Managed to get 1 second date. Stole 2 hearts. Nice. Directly made 3 vampires and they turned everyone else. Of course, of course. I neglected to think of the sort of spreading effect. Plucked a hair from 2 players before being revealed. Aww. And then did very little else. Created 1 werewolf. Well done. And I think that was me right at the beginning. I'd forgotten, otherwise I wouldn't have volunteered for extra werewolf. But Mr. Blue Bush was the winner. Well done. Well done. You managed to take us all. You dated 5 people, you dirty playboy. You dirty little leprechaun playboy. You took us all to town and back again, and only to steal our hearts in the end. Literally steal our hearts in the end. Anyway, there we go. That is now going to be it. I just wanted to have a go at Monster Seeking Monster. It's actually a lot more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. So that's quite good. And that is pretty much it. I'll never see you in the same light again, Bush. No, you're only going to see a small Irish man now. Every time you meet him, you're just going to go, yeah, I remember you as a leprechaun. You bastard. You utter bastard. You stole my hearts. You stole it all from me. You stole it all. Okay, let's see. So there's nothing nothing obvious online at the moment, but I suppose we could try and find some other Jackboxian players. Have a great day, everyone. You too, Mr. Rom Dom. Just to do the sort of professional stream ending, I suppose. I do odd bits and bobs all the time. Not literally all the time. I'll be back Wednesday, 4:30 UK time. This is all UK time. So, came back just to see the end of that. Yes, your brain has probably melted. And even you, I suspect, didn't know that Blue Boosh was a horny leprechaun. It's going to be very different to see you in that sort of thing. Let's have a look. I suppose we could do it that way around. See if there's anything particularly pertinent there. Not especially. Not especially. Oh, there's a what the dubby one. Could just do a random one, I suppose. Oh, there's me. Stop showing me your pods of gold. Tap the moment here. Enjoy the pot of gold. Enjoy the pot of gold. But yes, I'll be back Wednesday, 4:30 UK time. Then Thursday, 9 o'clock UK time. And then probably Saturday, next Saturday. Obviously, it'd be very clever if I did it yesterday. In the future. If I do it in the future yesterday, that would be very impressive. But nonetheless. Diddly. Just scrolling through, seeing if there's a potential that looks okay. It's very difficult to gauge, really. It's just screens. I could gauge it on people's looks and appearances, but that seems unreasonable and unfair, and I don't plan on doing so. Oh, that's intriguing. I imagine he's not actually started though. So, he's got his shillelagh out. No, I want to... He did have his shillelagh out. He had his shillelagh out and he waved it around at everybody. And managed to do all manner of insane things with his shillelagh. I must admit, I can't make a decision, so I might just leave it alone. It seems a reasonable stratagem. Anyway, tonight, for those looking for entertainment, you could enjoy yourself at 9 o'clock UK time, which I think is also UTC time. I don't know, but, you know, if I say UK time, you can search it. Google is your friend on most occasions. 9 o'clock. Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint. He's doing Loki. He's doing Lizard. He's doing Goblins. He's Goblin, a Loki Lizard.
Would we well in that lifestyle?
Or he's Goblin, a little ice lad. Oh, you do very well in that lifestyle.
I sucked it in. I made myself laugh and went, suck the lolly into the back of the throat.
See, there's the secret. You just have to laugh. Just have a bit of a laugh and you're good for all sorts. And that's about it. Yeah, I think we'll just leave it there. Back Wednesday. That's it. So I will say... I'll just have another quick look through to see if there's anything. I don't know. There was, as I say, there was that one other option just popped up, but they've literally only just started, which makes me think there's probably not going to be much happening just yet, but we'll see. We'll have a look. Oh no, there might actually be there immediately. Go on, I suppose we'll raid this individual. I've raided him before. He plays Final Fantasy games. He's not at the moment, but he does. And if there's anything I can respect and appreciate, it is... I know. Well, on this occasion, unfortunately, it was a cock fail, because nobody wanted my witchy cock. Or my Wichita. From my witchy cock. Yes. Anyway, at the moment he's playing something called Tunic, which looks very cute. Looks like it could be something Zelda-esque. Yeah, it's looking even more Zelda-esque. That's one I might have to look into. But apparently it's his birthday. I don't think there's stickers you can throw down, but I say apparently. I mean, it says it right. It clearly says it right on the title, but I can't guarantee that. I mean, it could be a lie. For all I know, I don't know. But anyway, it's Mage Masher 22. He plays Final Fantasy games. He's not at the moment. He's playing a game called Tunic. I think it's called Tunic. It's what the machine says anyway. I know. You are incredible at things, and you doubt every single thing you see in your life. But anyway, we'll pop in and see what happens. I suppose arguably it's Sunday afternoon, so we'll do the Sunday afternoon outro in a moment. Anyway, cheerio. I'll be back later, and see you around then. Cheerio.
Well, it's the last day I ever spend like it, I'll tell you. We gotta get organised. Definitely. We can't go on like this, frittering away our lives like we've done today. We've got to do something constructive. Time is valuable.
I agree.
So do I. We only live once.
Of course we do.
There's a million things we could do.
Certainly there. There's things like
yes,
this.
like
Well, sure, we could.
I'll see you next Sunday then.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Good night.